Good evening and welcome to South Kitsap High School. Tonight, the Wolves take on the Clover Park Warriors in this 2006 homecoming game. Stick around. Kickoff is just around the corner.
Let's play some football.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting evening of Friday night high school football as the South Kitsap Wolves host the Clover Park Warriors here at Joe Knowles Field at the homecoming game. And joining me again tonight in the booth is my faithful assistant, D-Rod, Coach David Rodriguez. Thanks for being here again tonight, Coach.
DB, it's a pleasure to be back in the booth, back here at my alma mater, South Kitsap High School, and for homecoming 2006 with the players and the band and the ROTC and all the faithful fans out here tonight to support the SK Wolves football team with a 4-2 record as they face the Clover Park Warriors here at Joe Knowles Field.
We have another great crowd here tonight at the high school, and for those of you who were unable to attend the game, we're a broadcast coming to you live, courtesy of Mike Downham and our SKTV Wolf Tracks crew here at the high school, as the captains for both teams are going out to midfield. And D-Rod, as you mentioned earlier, South Kitsap is on a nice little win streak here, losing their first two games of the season to Kentwood and to Lakes of Tacoma, but they have come back very strong, and they've won 4 games in a row and are undefeated in the Bridge Division of the Narrows League.
Well, South Kitsap losing their first 2 games to very good teams and very close games. Both those games have shown their true colors this last 4 weeks and have really stepped up their offense and their defense, and even their special teams to a level that's to be expected by DJ Sigurdsson and the SK coaching staff.
South Kitsap with a 4-2 record overall, undefeated in the Bridge Division of the Narrows League. And South Kitsap trying to ride this win streak, playing Clover Park tonight, looking to keep the win streak alive at 5 games before they head to one of their oldest foes and rivalries now, the Gig Harbor Tides next week. That will complete the regular season in 2 weeks. There will be a crossover game played between the two leaders of the Narrows League in the Bay and Bridge Division. And leading right now in the Bay Division are the Olympia Bears, and knocking on their door is are the Mount Tahoma Thunderbirds, and so those two teams play this evening as well. So we'll see how things go after tonight's contest, and next week the final regular season league game for South Kitsap.
And as you mentioned, DB, the Wolves play Gig Harbor next week at Gig Harbor, and it would be easy for them to look ahead to that game. A true sign of a disciplined team, I believe, is one that does not look ahead, and tonight their focus is the Clover Park Warriors, a team that on paper South Kitsap should be able to handle. We will see how disciplined they are tonight, and with some players returning this week, we will see them at almost 100% full force. And as the players get ready on the sideline to come out on the field for the kickoff, we have 12 minutes on the clock for the first quarter, and we get ready to kick off here at Homecoming 2006.
And not only is it homecoming tonight, but it is also senior night. Tonight will be the last home game for the seniors here, as Clover Park has won the toss, and they will be receiving the kickoff, as South Kitsap will start with their defense. So South Kitsap just playing a good overall game, both offensively and defensively during this 4-game winning streak. And as you said earlier, a couple of very close and narrow losses to Kentwood out of the SPSL, losing 26-20 in overtime, and then to the Lakes Lancers, one of the premier 3A teams, ranked number 5 in the state, I believe, undefeated at 6-0, losing 32-31. And so a couple of close games here as South Kitsap is getting ready to kick the ball away. Doing the kicking duties tonight for the Wolves, number 27, that is Quincy Lyman. As Clover Park is sending back 2 deep men, and we're getting ready here for the kickoff. A nice crowd here on hand as Lyman comes up to the 40, and he's going to kick it. It's going to the left, and it looks like it's going to go out of bounds, and just like that, it goes out near the 14-yard line, and Clover Park will have pretty good field position here, as it is a penalty to kick the ball out of bounds.
Well, I think they were trying to keep the ball on the floor there, on the ground, on the kickoff. I think they sensed maybe that there's possibly a dangerous return man for the Clover Park Warriors. Don't want to get them on the board too early, so they kept the ball on the ground. And unfortunately for the Wolves, it goes out of bounds, and that's a penalty. It'll start off, I believe, at the 35-yard line of the Warriors.
Clover Park will have the ball at their own 35-yard line, as they are going to come out, and 1st and 10 for Clover Park, and they're going to spread the offense here. 3 wide receivers, 2 at the far side of the field with two running backs. They're going to pitch the ball to the setback on the right, tries to cut up, dances around, takes a hit. Nice tackle there by number 43. That's Josh Burlingame. And South Kitsap is going to hold Clover Park to a couple yards here on their first down.
Josh Burlingame back from an injury. Good to see him back on the field and making the first tackle of the game. Already trying to re-inspire his defensive unit there on the field.
So 2nd down, and we're going to call it 6 for Clover Park, as we have a little stoppage of play down here on the field.
Looked like Clover Park is trying to go with a no huddle, and the officials had a little question about that, and now we're ready to go again with the clock running, 11-19.
Anthony Brinkley is the junior quarterback. They're going to hand the ball straight up the middle, not going anywhere. That's the freight train right there. That's Renard Williams, who is one of the key anchors to that defensive line for South Kitsap. There will be a couple, about a gain of 2 yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd and short for Clover Park.
Well, one of the possible vulnerabilities in the 4-man front defensive line is that the middle is usually wide open. The offensive lineman should, in theory, be able to block those guys out of there. Renard Williams plugging up that hole big time all year long and makes a stop there for the Wolves.
3 wide receivers, 2 split to the near side of the field for Clover Park. They're going to hand the ball off to Beaumonte, and he gets the ball. He's going to be close to the first down. I believe he did. He just crossed the 45-yard line. We'll call it the 46, and it will be a first down for Clover Park. So 3 running plays right in a row, and Clover Park doing a good job of sustaining the ball here on their first series of play.
That's a nice first down for Clover Park. The only angle the South Kitsap defender had there for a tackle was near the helmet area. Wrapped up there and took him down. Pulled him ahead for the extra yard for the first down. 1st and 10 for Clover Park at the 46.
Dominique Lowry is the other running back in the backfield, as they still have, they're going to split, they're going to pass, they're going to pitch it to Lowry, and a quick pitch out to the left, and he's going to get about 5 yards on the play. So Clover Park doing a good job of getting some quick yards here, not too big at a time, but just chipping away.
Well, Clover Park establishing their running game here to start, and not so sure about what they bring as far as the passing game offensively, but we're going to see here pretty soon. I'm guessing they're going with the no-huddle offense.
Trying to catch the Wolves off guard there on defense. They're going to pitch the ball again, but it looks like a halfback pass, but he's being chased and he's taking it grass. The pitch is still there, or the pass was still there, almost intercepted by the Wolves, and they are going to call it an incomplete pass as the running back, that looked like Bamonte, still tried to pass the ball before he went down, but the officials are ruling that it is an incomplete pass, and all of that is going to be for nothing. It'll be second down for Clover Park.
Well, that's got to be disappointing for the coaches as they try to set up a trick play, but wrong play for them, wrong choice. The Wolves defense ready and waiting for the pitch to the right side. It's supposed to be a pass, but didn't quite get it off as several Wolves defenders sniffing out that play.
Clover Park comes out in the shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers splitting the field, 1 lone setback. The quarter Brinkley is going to roll to his right, looking for a man across the middle. Oh, and he's drilled hard near midfield. Nice tackle there on defense. That's Chad Tester, the 6'1 junior for South Kitsap. And he's going to be taken down at the Clover Park 47-yard line. It'll be 4th down for Clover Park, and they will have to kick the ball away to South. So good job by the Wolves to stop them on D.
Well, the Wolves D really stepping up there in that series, especially the last 2 plays. Anthony Brinkley, number 16, the quarterback for the Warriors, really getting pounded there on that play, but stepping up and walking off the field like nothing touched him. He's obviously a tough guy.
Back to receive the kick is number 87, Sean Staten for the Wolves. The snap is back. It's going to be a quick kick. It looked like it may have been deflected just a little bit, end over end, bounces near the 30. It will go out of bounds and placed at the South Kitsap 29-yard line. So a short kick, and South Kitsap will have relatively good field position for their first series on offense.
Well, and as the Wolves come out on offense here tonight, we can remember that the last couple of weeks with Chip Pearson being out, that Aaron Smothers, number 11, the senior quarterback, has stepped in Chip's place and done a fine job at quarterback. And right now we're going to find out who's the starter right now for South, and that looks like it's Aaron Smothers out there on the football field for South Kitsap.
Aaron Smothers, the 5'10 senior, sends a man in motion. That's Staten to the far side of the field. I formation for the Wolves. And they're going to fake the handoff. Smothers looking down, chased out of the pocket. He's going to be taken down, and the ball is fumbled, but it's right there, and he is able to recover it. And he was looking for a man on the right side of the field as he faked the handoff, and he goes down for about a 9-yard loss on the sack. It's going to be 2nd and long for the Wolves.
Well, Smothers taking a little too much time back there in the pocket. A couple extra guys not blocked by the Wolves offensive line, and trying to sneak out a receiver there, but that extra receiver leaves one less guy to block, and Smothers sacked.
David Parker split to the far side of the field. Smothers is going to hand the ball off to the tailback. He's tripped up in the backfield. Not much on the play, maybe gain a couple. The tailback, Stephen Tucker, number 41, and he will get a couple of yards back, but it's still going to be 3rd and long for the Wolves.
Well, if you're the Clover Park Warriors, based on these first 2 plays, you're feeling really good about your defense so far, and you're trying to get a 3 and out on the Wolves here on their home field for homecoming, backed up against the end zone. Clover Park Warriors, you're looking for a possible big play, maybe turn this game around for them.
So the Wolves come out with 3 wide receivers. Cedric Carter in now in the slot position along with David Parker on the far side. Smothers, he's looking for a man, and he's got him. And it's going to be just barely, it's going to be overthrown just a little bit to his intended receiver, who is Sean Staten. And looked like he was running a slant down the middle of the field, but just a little too high overthrown. Pass incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down for the Wolves. So just like that, the Wolves also down and out here in their first offensive series.
That's something we really haven't seen so far this year, DB, is the Wolves with a 3 and out to start off the game. Usually they'll pick up a 1st down. 2 out of the first 3 plays were passing plays for the Wolves. Kind of forced into it there in the last one with that sack. I imagine we'll see the Wolves back with a ground attack next time they touch the ball.
Pete Riley and Dominique Lowry back to receive the kick, and it's sort of a sideways spin going right down the middle of the field, and it's going to take a Clover Park bounce. Looked like it was touched near the 47-yard line, but the ball will be down at the Clover Park 43. So pretty good field position again here for the Clover Park Warriors after the South Kitsap punt.
Well, South Kitsap lucky to get that punt off. The Clover Park special teams defender coming in, almost blocking the punt. Corey Dame gets it off, and Warriors get the ball back at about the 43-yard line, which is where they'll get the ball again, coming out with 2 wides to the left and 1 to the right.
3 wide receivers now for the Warriors again with this spread offense. And there's a little bit of motion as the offensive line came to set, but looked like there was maybe, I think it is offsides against the Wolves.
It looked like Matthew Foxworthy, number 52, coming across the line a little too early, encroachment against the Wolves.
That's an old South Kitsap trick as the offensive line comes to a set, trying to draw the defense offside. And so it's going to be first and 5 for the Wolves near midfield.
Totally legal.
As Brinkley is under center, they're going to fake the handoff straight up the middle. That ball goes to Beaumonte, or excuse me, that's Lowry. He tries to go off left guard. Not much on the play, maybe a gain of 2, and it's going to be second short for Clover Park.
Clover Park eating up some yards here with the running game and with that last penalty. Picking up some early first downs here in the game. Looking good on the ground. Their passing game so far, haven't really seen it yet, as they were snuffed on a running back pitch and pass play, which worked against their favor as they were dropped for a loss earlier. 4 wides, 2 on each side now for Clover Park, as Brinkley is back for the snap, throws out to the flat left, and is taken down quickly by South Kitsap defenders. No room for running there as Clover Park is snuffed out there. Wolves coming in quickly to take him for a loss. The Clover Park Warriors going with the no-huddle offense tonight, DB.
Clover Park looks like they're trying to catch South Kitsap off guard here just a little bit, not giving them any time to get the defense set or make any quick substitutions if they need it, as they will be coming out again here. But as many high school offenses around the state are going to are these spread offenses, as we see Kyle Robinson and Henry Llewellyn are split to the near side of the field. Again, there are 4 wide receivers. They're going to hand the ball straight up the middle to the tailback, and that's Beaumonte. He's got a lot of room, sidesteps around his own blocker, still stays on his feet. He gets past the 20-yard line down to the South Kitsap 18.
Now that's a case of the linebacker is overshooting the offensive line area, getting back in the backfield too quick. The quarterback just simply hands the ball off, and Beaumonte is off to the races for it looks like about a 30-yard gain on one play, right up the middle off right.
Dario Beaumonte with about a 35-yard touchdown run, catching the Wolves off guard. They spread that offense and handed the ball straight up the middle, so the Wolves are going to have to look to go against that. It is first down inside the red zone for the Clover Park Warriors. They're going to hand the ball straight up the middle. Again, it is Beaumonte again, as he is sharing the running duties with Dominique Lowry, and he did a good job of going straight up the middle. And they got a gain of about 3 yards on the play, but there is a penalty flag on the far side of the field, and we'll have to wait and see what that penalty is about.
Well, Beaumonte, obviously the go-to guy in the Clover Park backfield, going to him early and often here, eating up some major yards. And there's a face mask penalty against the Wolves, putting the Warriors ever closer to the end zone and a possible score here, as that'll probably be half the distance to the goal line to about the 8. That's a 5-yard penalty, inadvertent face mask, so a 5-yard penalty up to the 11-yard line for the Warriors, as the Wolves bring 3 up front.
That was a big running play there, and add to that, like you said, D-Rod, that is a face mask penalty, as they're going to get close. They're going to fake the handoff, and he's going to go straight up the middle, untouched. That's going to be a touchdown for Clover Park. Anthony Brinkley faked the handoff to Beaumonte and just went in untouched. Touchdown, Clover Park.
Beaumonte sold that play with the big hand coming down like he was going to get that ball, and the Wolves defense bit. Brinkley's off to the races, off left, and is in the end zone, almost untouched until he gets in the end zone. 6-0 Clover Park here at homecoming for the Wolves in Port Orchard.
Clover Park has started their first 2 offensive series with very good field position. This last one coming around their own 43-yard line as they attempt the extra point here, as it is blocked. It was blocked by the South Kitsap. That is number 24, Chad Fowler, who also shares the tailback duties for the Wolves. And just like that, the Wolves do a good job on special teams, and that could play an important role here in this game.
It doesn't seem like much right now, just one little point, but we've seen many games here on this very field, DB, that have come down to 1 point and have gone into overtime that the Wolves have won and lost. Those little 1-pointers can come back to bite you, as we well know. the Clover Park Warriors may find that out later.
South Kitsap off to a little bit of a slow start here tonight, trailing Clover Park 6-0 at their homecoming game with 5:11 remaining here in the first quarter of play. But as we well know, one of the strengths of South Kitsap is their endurance, and you can be sure that South Kitsap will be right in this contest. There's a lot of football to be played here tonight.
Well, I do predict that South Kitsap is going to come back to this smash mouth football running attack here when they do get the ball back with 5:11 in the first quarter. And Clover Park getting it out on the field. Clover Park going with kind of a mix of no huddle and huddle offense. Usually it looks like they huddle when they make a substitution and no huddle when they're trying to catch the Wolves off guard. And it hasn't seemed to quite work yet. South has only had one penalty against them so far, and hopefully that's not a trend as the South Kitsap coaches have this team well ready to play tonight.
Ryan Williams and Chad Fowler are back to receive the kickoff for the Wolves. Ryan Williams, the sophomore, has been doing an excellent job the last couple of games returning kickoffs for the Wolves. It's going to be a real short one, though, right up front. It's going to go right out of bounds, and that will be a penalty, but it went out of bounds right around the 35-yard line, which is where the Wolves would be getting the ball anyway. So the kicker for Clover Park did an excellent job of just putting the ball right there for him.
Little strategy for Clover Park, not putting the ball in the hands of South Kitsap's return men, leaving it to their offense to see what they can do. So far, the Wolves' offense hasn't produced much, and Clover Park's relying on their defense to keep them in the game. The Clover Park offense there really did a good job of exploiting possible weaknesses with the South Kitsap defense and getting into the end zone pretty early here in the game here at home for South.
Well, after the penalty for having the kickoff go out of bounds, South Kitsap's offense gets out to the ball as quickly as possible, and they are lined up over the ball and ready to go here as the Wolves come out in their standard formation, and this time they're in a pro set here as they send Staten in motion to the far side of the field. Smothers is going to pitch the ball to Tucker, and he's got a huge opening out on the left-hand side. Nice blocking, puts his head down, knocks the Clover Park defender on his back, and the penalty flag comes out, and that looks like it might be a late hit out of bounds, although I do see two penalty flags, so we'll have to wait and see what the officials say here. One of them was back down near the 39-yard line.
I'm guessing there might be some extra language there, and the one here at the 40-yard line, the flag is going to be holding, I'm guessing, and there might be some extra language from one of the players involved in that play on the sideline right there. Looks like I believe that was Fowler, gave a pretty nice stiff arm to the Clover Park defender there. I don't think there could be a penalty on that. We'll find out here in a quick second.
That was Stephen Tucker who carried the ball, and there's going to be a double penalty here, a personal foul going against Clover Park at the end of the play here, and we'll have to wait and see what they're going to do. Anyway, South Kitsap getting the ball back for their second series here on offense. The first time they had the ball a little bit slow, had a big sack, knocked them way back deep into their own territory, and they ended up kicking the ball away to Clover Park. Clover Park capitalizing on excellent field position, and they were able to get into the end zone off of about an 8-yard touchdown run by their quarterback. That's number 16, Anthony Brinkley. So we've got a couple of penalties here that will be offsetting one another, and South Kitsap is going to have the ball 1st and 10 at the Clover Park. They haven't set the ball yet here, so we're going to have to wait and see what they do here. Looks like they're going to be measuring off both penalties.
Well, it looks like the hold should be 10 yards against South Kitsap, and the personal foul should be 15 yards against Clover Park. So with that, it should be a 5-yard gain for South Kitsap. So it should be 2nd 5 or possibly 1st and 5, or not quite sure, maybe just a first down for South Kitsap.
It's going to be 2nd and short, about we're going to call this about 2nd or 1st and short. Second 1 long yard for the Wolves here. Is a lot of dancing going on down there by the officials tonight, but we finally get it set here as the officials have blown the whistle to stop the play here. They're trying to get things set. Okay, and now we finally have things going on here.
Okay, now we're set.
Now we're getting ready to go. We got some football to be played here. Smothers is going to hand the ball to Tucker. He's got a big hole, gets step past the 50-yard line, and he's taken down near the 40. A big hole, big opening. Nice job by the South Kitsap offensive line here as Stephen Tucker gets another big run there on the carry.
The first 2 touches for South Kitsap have been going left with our running backs, and Stephen Tucker picking up a couple big plays here in the last 2 plays. I had a feeling the South would be going back to the ground game. They're just going to churn it upfield and see if Clover Park can defend it. Good blocking from South Kitsap's offensive line and ends, from their tight end and also from their backs.
Staten and Parker still in at the wide receivers position. Tucker is the tailback. They're going to pitch the ball out to Tucker. He gets a nice block from the fullback, tries to cut back up the middle, and gets close to the 35-yard line. We're going to call it about the 36, and it's going to be second down for the Wolves. But Stephen Tucker doing an excellent job here on their second series of offensive plays carrying the ball.
Well, he's really shown a lot of poise and maturity here this season, really doing a good job of running the ball. Number 41, Stephen Tucker for South Kitsap, the junior, the 5'9", 180-pound junior for the Wolves, doing a good job again here tonight.
That looked like a gain of about 6 yards on that carry. It will be 2nd and 4 for the Wolves. Tucker still in at tailback. Smothers is going to hand the ball off to Tucker. He's got a huge hole off left tackle. He gets a nice block from Staten, and Tucker still continues to drive forward, puts his head down. He gets a huge gain again, and what a great blocking sequence right there by that offensive line for the Wolves.
Well, it just seems that the Clover Park Warriors are unaware of what's going to happen there on the left side, and it's just wide open every time. The wide receivers getting stock blocked out there, and the safeties and the linebackers have to come up and make tackles. Meanwhile, South Kitsap runners are just eating up 10, 20 yards at a time.
So South Kitsap sustaining a nice drive here on offense with ball control. Chad Tester is in at fullback now for the Wolves. Also, so is Chad Fowler, and they're going to hand the ball straight up the middle to Chad Tester, and he's going to go in for the touchdown. Touchdown South Kitsap, just like that.
Well, that was unexpected. They've been going off tackle left, pitch left, off tackle left, and all of a sudden, boom, draw up the middle, and Tester goes in untouched for a touchdown for the Wolves. Ties it up at 6 here in the first quarter with 3:17 left. That was a nice ground attack there from the Wolves on that series to reestablish their offensive ground game.
Very similar to an earlier play that put Clover Park in great field position. A quick handoff up the middle to Beaumonte for the Warriors, and just like that, Tester gets into the end zone as the extra point kick is up, and it is no good. It looked like Lyman didn't quite look like he got his foot too much underneath that one, and it is also no good, and that is a touchdown for the Wolves. And the score is tied at 6 here, the homecoming game for the South Kitsap Wolves, but the Wolves look like they're starting to get into sync a little bit here and becoming a little more comfortable in getting into this game.
Well, the Wolves looking quite comfortable with their offensive attack. Their blocking schemes are working to perfection right there. Just needed to get some time to get out on the field and show what they can do. And with 3:17 left in the first quarter, they've tied it up. Here it's 6-6. Once again, we talk about the missed extra point. Both teams have been unsuccessful in converting their extra points.
We're going to throw it down to, I think
we'll go there.
We're going to be throwing it down to the field here pretty soon at the end of the first quarter, as we're going to get a sideline report here. A lot of festivities going on here tonight at Joe Knowles Field for the Wolves, as Quincy Lyman is going to be kicking the ball from the 40-yard line. The Wolves just got on the board with a nice touchdown run by Chad Tester, and it's going to be fielded near the 20-yard line. He gets past the nice tackle by Fowler. The ball was fielded by Dominique Lowry around the 20-yard line. It skated through his fingertips, and right there to greet him was Chad Fowler.
Excellent special teams play right there from the Wolves as they come up and step up and make a big play. The kickoff return man for Clover Park not really ready, it seems like, to field that ball, and it gets through his fingers, and boy, he's taken down quick.
So Clover Park is going to, this will be the farthest, the not so best field position that they will have had tonight. The ball is going to be at their own 15-yard line, but they come out with this spread offense, 2 wide receivers split to the far side of the field, and they're going to hand the ball off to the second tailback, and that's number 42, Dominic Lowry. He tries to get to the outside, bounces into his own man, cuts back up straight up the middle. He's still going, and he gets all the way up to the 35-yard line, a gain of 20 yards for Lowry.
Wow, what an exciting play from these, the exciting plays from these tailbacks for Clover Park is they've given us some exciting runs here to start off the game. Just some very, very quick moves, side to side, up and down. Really, the side to side quickness there from Lowry was really impressive as he ran into a gang of tacklers and his own teammates and then bounced off and goes right for an extra 5-10 yards.
Brinkley faked the handoff to Beaumonte, gave the ball to Lowry, and got a 20-yard gain on the play as Clover Park has a first down at their own 35. They're going to fake it. Brinkley keeps it. He goes for the option pitch out to the left side. That is Lowry, who was the pitch man. Nice job by the Wolves there of stopping the option play, and but not before they got about 3 or 4 yards on the carry, and it will be second down for Clover Park. So Clover Park going to the option play there.
Clover Park doing a good job of taking out the defense and keeping the ball in the backfield, pitching it out to the left, and pick up a yard or two, and it's going to be third and short here for Clover Park.
Kyle Robinson and Henry Llewellyn. They got 6 yards on the game. Now they have trips to the near side of the field, a lone wide receiver on the far side as they are now in the shotgun, and the snap goes over the head of Brinkley. He catches it. And he slips. His feet come out from behind him as the penalty flag comes down. Brinkley, the snap went over his head. He was able to just pick it up and continue to run, but it's going to be an illegal block in the back against Clover Park, and Brinkley was able to fall. His feet slipped out from underneath him, and he went down at the 30-yard line.
That illegal block in the back is going to be on number 62, Cameron Vassarella, as he tries to protect his quarterback and gives a little extra shove there to the South Kitsap defensive lineman as they penetrated as soon as they saw the ball go over the head of the quarterback, Brinkley. Snap a little too high there. Got a lucky bounce there. The ball came right up to him as he turned around and he just started scrambling out to the right. It's kind of one of those plays that could turn into an amazing play if he gets the ball off to a receiver for a gain or just runs it up the field. Not the case either way, and they lose several yards on the play. It's going to be about third and about 15 for the Warriors.
Brinkley is in the shotgun formation as he's going to roll out to his right, look back to his left, looks back to his right. Now he decides to just run. He's not going to get very far. He got just past the 35-yard line. We're going to mark it down at the 36 where he went out of bounds, and it will be 4th and long for Clover Park. So this poor field position did not go their way this time, and South Kitsap did a nice job on defense on that series.
Clover Park does a great job of running the ball, but as soon as they try to drop back in any sort of passing formation, they bring out 4 wide receivers. They seem to have some mishaps and some miscues, and they really, in this case, you're going to be forced to give the ball back to the Wolves, barring any sort of a fake punt trick play here.
So South Kitsap, with the defensive stop here, there's going to be a quick kick, and it's not going to be a very far kick, and it looks like it is. It's going to go out of bounds near the south. We'll have to see where they place it out of bounds. And it's going to be marked at the South Kitsap 36-yard line. So South Kitsap will have really good field position, and the last time the Wolves had good field position, they got the ball into the end zone.
I predict that they're going to keep the ball on the ground and just eat up clock and try to score again and keep the ball in the hands of their offense and keep Clover Park offense off the field. Let that offensive unit for Clover Park get a little cold over there on the sideline. It is a little chilly night here as we step into mid-October. Here on a Friday the 13th in Port Orchard, Washington. We welcome you to Joe Knowles Field if you just joined us. 43 seconds left in the first quarter of this homecoming matchup between South Kitsap and Clover Park with a 6-6 tie.
Aaron Smothers over center, reading the defense. He's going to pitch the ball, and they're going to run a reverse here. That is Cedric Carter. He gets out the speedster, gets out to the outside. A burst of speed, cuts right back up, stays on his feet, bounces off a couple of tackles, and he gets near midfield. And that is going to be a first down. So the Wolves were running a reverse there on that play. It looked like the Warriors may have been right there as they stayed at home, but Cedric Carter, the speedster, also an outstanding track and field athlete, 100-meter sprint man for the Wolves, and you could see that burst of speed as he took the handoff and got upfield to midfield for the first down.
Well, luckily for him, a lone blocker left in the backfield to keep Carter from getting all the way to the end zone, slows him up a little bit, gives the defense a chance time to recover and get him for a stop. 15-yard gain, first down nonetheless for the Wolves.
Wolves in the I formation, and Smothers is going to hand the ball off to Tucker. He's got a nice opening. He tries to get off of his own blocker and cuts it back up the middle. It's going to be a short gain, maybe a gain of 4 on the play. It's going to be second down. So, again, that left side of the offense sealed a nice opening, as we are coming here to the end of the first quarter of play, and South Kitsap and Clover Park are tied at 6 here at the homecoming field, and we're going to throw it down to the sideline for a report to Josh Lounsbury. Josh, what do you have for us down there?
Josh Lounsbury, what do you have for us there on the sideline?
Are using mostly a run offense with a few play action plays to keep South Kitsap's defense guessing. They scored on a run after 2 consecutive play action plays. Will they keep this up in the future? Find out.
Thanks for that report there, Josh, as South Kitsap and Clover Park are coming out of the set here for the start of the second quarter of play. South Kitsap and Clover Park are tied at 6. Clover Park getting on the board first with an 8-yard touchdown run by their quarterback, Anthony Brinkley, and the Wolves getting in as Smothers is looking for his man, and he's got a man. Oh, and he just overthrows him in the just past his fingertips. His intended receiver was David Parker. And but what a nicely thrown ball by Aaron Smothers.
Well, and that and the cornerback for the Clover Park Warriors, number 29, he stepped back away from the receiver on that play towards the sideline and let him go right past him, gave him the inside edge, and Smothers had his man wide open. It was an odd defensive play. I don't know why he would do that, but he did, and it should have been a big first down for the Wolves.
Well, the pass was incomplete, and it's going to be 3rd and long here for the Wolves, and they're going to hand the ball off to Chad Fowler. Gets out to the outside, but he is quickly taken down at around the 42-yard line. He is going to be stopped short of that first down. We'll have to see where they spot the ball here, but we'll have to see what the Wolves will do. It's going to be 4th and short, and I would imagine that they're going to go for it here.
It's 4th and a short yard.
We're going to find out right now if Coach Segerson and the Wolves coaching staff decides it's a good time to go for it on 4th and short. The ball's at the 50. If they choose to punt, they can put the Warriors down behind the 20-yard line or so. If they go for it and miss it, well, the Warriors get the ball at the 41, roll the dice. So the ball on 4th down.
The ball is placed at the 42, and the Wolves need to get to the Clover Park 41-yard line as they are in the power I formation. They're going to hand the ball off to Fowler. He's going to bounce out to the outside. There goes Fowler. Fowler's at the 20. He's going at the 10. He's going in for the touchdown. Touchdown, South Kitsap. All they needed was a yard, and they got a touchdown.
I was thinking quarterback sneak. Fowler bounced off to the left side, and boom! Another score for the Wolves. No flags on the field. That touchdown will count. 12-6 South Kitsap.
A 42-yard touchdown run by Chad Fowler. The Wolves going for it on 4th and 1. All they needed was to get to the 41-yard line, and Fowler said, I'm going to get you 42 and get into that end zone, as the Wolves, I believe, are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They missed their first extra point here as the Wolves get on the board again with 10 quickly here at the beginning of the second quarter of play, as the Wolves are going to come out in the power I formation. Stephen Tucker is the tailback, 2 blockers up front, and there's a fumble on the snap. Looked like Smothers may have come away just a little quick on that, and it's going to be no good. So the Wolves get on the board again here with a 42-yard touchdown run by Chad Fowler, but they do lead the Clover Park Warriors 12-6, and it looks like the Wolves are starting to become a little more comfortable getting used to that Clover Park defense.
Well, Clover Park D stepping up in the very first series of the game, keeping the Wolves off the field. 3 and out for the Wolves to start off their first offensive series. And since then, they've looked a little ragged around the edges on the outside corners, as they've given up big plays, especially up the left side of the field, as evidenced right there by the touchdown run from Chad Fowler as he scampers up the left sideline for another quick score for the Wolves, as we've got 10:58 left in the second quarter of the first half. With the Wolves leading 12-6. All 3 touchdowns, 2 from the Wolves and 1 from the Clover Park Warriors. All 3 touchdowns have seen unsuccessful extra point attempts. That's why we've got a 12-6 game, and apparently neither team able to convert extra points. So we've got scores coming in bunches of 6 here, as the Clover Park Warriors prepare to receive the kick from the Wolves.
Lyman with the kick. It's going to be short, taken by the up-back man at the 30-yard line, and he gets straight up the middle. That was Daryl Beaumonte, one of the tailbacks, and they look like Clover Park put him up a little bit closer, and he fielded it at near the 30-yard line, and he gets the ball up to the 45 for a 15-yard return. And Beaumonte is one man that they're going to have to watch out for.
Yes, he is. They look like the Wolves chose to try to kick it away from the return man for the Clover Park Warriors. Instead, Beaumonte gets his hands on the ball and almost breaks it off for a touchdown.
So Clover Park is going to get excellent field position here as they will start at their own 45-yard line, just inside the 45-yard line. Brinkley is under center. They're going to spread the field again with 4 wide receivers, and they're going to have that quick handoff to Beaumonte, but the Wolves are right there snuffing it out, and a nice pack of Wolves are right there to say, you're not getting anywhere, pal.
5 Wolves tacklers right there, ready to put Beaumonte down on his back. Still picks up 3 or 4 yards on the play. He's a tough runner. The Wolves defense is going to have their hands full all night tonight with him.
South Kitsap caught off guard a little earlier in the first quarter as the Warriors were spreading out their offense, but they're starting to get it, making the necessary adjustments here as Beaumonte is the lone setback again in the backfield. Brinkley is going to hand the ball off to Beaumonte again, but he's trailed from behind. That's the freight train, Renard Williams, leading the way as he is not going to get much, maybe a yard on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 6 for Clover Park. Nice job by the Wolves on D.
Very nice job. The line getting in, not too deep, not too quick, just holding the line and waiting for that run to come to them, and they make a nice tackle there, a team tackle on that play to force a 3rd down and probably a passing situation here for the Clover Park Warriors, I imagine.
South Kitsap with 4 defensive backs, and they're going with 3 down linemen, 4 backers in there, trying to stop any pass play. Brinkley is in the shotgun with 4 wide receivers, and there was a little bit of movement on the line there, and it may have been the defense. We'll have to see, and they are. The officials are pointing towards the defense, and they're going to scoot them forward about 5 yards, but I don't think it'll be enough for the first down.
It's like Matt Mays in there, number 35, a little bit early. Coaching staff not happy with that, I'm sure. That's happened a couple times tonight. These are high school guys, and they're just, they're winning the game. And they will scoot them up 5 yards. It's going to be about, instead of 3rd and 7, it's going to be 3rd and 2, which might change the play call up a little bit for the Warriors. South Kitsap going over 3-man front here, mostly in the last 8-10 minutes of the game, as the Warriors have been going with 4 wide receivers.
It'll be 3rd and short for Clover Park. In fact, it's going to be just barely a yard as they come out again with 4 wide receivers. And the Wolves coming up with a couple of linebackers looking like they're going to fake the blitz. They're going to fake the blitz, but they're going to hand the ball off to Beaumonte with the counter. And Renard Williams is right there to try and take him and spin him around, but there's a penalty flag thrown deep in the backfield. The ball was thrown way down the field, almost near the South Kitsap 30-yard line. We'll have to see what the penalty is, and it looks like that it might be on South Kitsap. And it is a personal foul face mask against South Kitsap.
I think that the officials might have thought that Renard had a hold of his face mask there when we know full well he had a handful of jersey there and brought Beaumonte down. Still not sure if that would have been a first down or not. Looked like he had a nice tackle on the play and stopped him short. It would have been a 4th and short for the Warriors. I believe the officials might have misjudged that call there, or misjudged the tackle there, unless it was a face mask somewhere else, which I can't imagine that. So the Warriors get a break.
That's going to be a 15-yard face mask penalty, and it's going to take the ball all the way down to the South Kitsap 26-yard line. So a huge break right here as Clover Park is on the move. They started with excellent field position at their own 45, and Brinkley is going to be under center this time. Still 4 wide receivers. He's going to look out to the right. He's got a man that looks like a screen pass, and the pass was complete to the wide receiver for the Warriors. And we didn't get a number on that. That looked like it was number 80. That was, I believe that was Kyle Robinson on the reception. It's going to be a short reception and gain. It's going to be 2nd down and 6 yards to go for Clover Park. So one of the few passes we've seen Clover Park with tonight.
The Wolves defensive line doing a good job of helping out the secondary with those trick plays, with those unusual plays that the Warriors are throwing out there at them. Nice job defense.
Clover Park comes out in a trips formation to the near side. Brinkley is in the shotgun, and they're going to fake the handoff. He keeps it himself, goes straight up the middle, and this time they're not going anywhere. Again, the freight train is right there saying, better get out of the way when you're on my tracks.
Well, Renard Williams, number 62, the defensive lineman for the Wolves, just proving his presence there, showing it that he's not going to get blocked off so easily. He's in the backfield, ready to stop that play, sniffing it out, putting a big paw on number 16 Brinkley for the Warriors, stuffing them back, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and long for Clover Park.
Well, when you're 6'1", 311 pounds, it's going to hurt a little bit if you get hit by Renard Williams. So as there is going to be a timeout here by Clover Park, their first timeout of the half. They will have 2 remaining. South Kitsap has all 3 of their timeouts remaining. And again, one of the themes tonight for both teams has been good field position. It seems that the teams with good field position have been able to get into the end zone.
Well, Clover Park doing a good job of running the ball here in the second half. They haven't really had a chance to throw the ball much. And they're, like I said, they're just doing a good job of running the ball. Both teams doing a good job of running the ball when they have possession and eating up a bunch of clock. It's a low-scoring affair. Looks like a baseball score up there on the scoreboard, 12-6, with 7:33 left here in the half as the Wolves huddle breaks and the defense heads back out on the field. The Clover Park coaches out there with water on the field for their players, and they're getting the play call in right now.
Speaking of baseball scores tonight, the Detroit Tigers defeated the Oakland A's 3-0 and took a commanding 3-0 lead in the American League Championship Series. So Detroit is one step away from the World Series here.
The Tigers.
Oh, I like Detroit. I like Jim Leland. He's a good coach.
I like Carlos Guillen, former Mariner.
You bet.
And Pudge Rodriguez, P-Rod.
That's right, which is kind of close to you, which is D-Rod. That's right.
That's cute.
So we get set here as Clover Park is coming out. Still again with this spread offense, but we're not sure what's going on here. There's a little bit of a conference going on. The lead official is now going over to the sideline for South Kitsap, talking to the head coach, DJ Sigurdsson. We're not really sure what the conference is about, but it's very brief.
I think he's talking to DJ possibly about his nice attire tonight. DJ's got a nice white sweater vest on this evening.
Either that, or I think he went over and I think that he told him that Detroit had beaten Oakland tonight 3-0.
And we had just mentioned that, ironically enough.
Great minds think alike. I don't know about you, D-Rod.
Well, now that we've got the score settled with everybody in the booth and down on the field, we can hopefully resume play as the officials seem to have their mind on baseball tonight.
So here we go. We're going to have 3rd and 5 yards to go. The ball is at the South Kitsap. We're going to call it the 23-yard line. The linebackers come up for the blitz. They're going to hand the ball off. They're going to run the reverse, and they've got a lot of opening, a lot of green there. The man cuts back up the middle, and he's going to be taken down around the 5-yard line. So the Clover Park Warriors run their own reverse, and they get a huge gain on the play and get down to the South Kitsap 5-yard line.
Well, Clover Park obviously well practiced and well rehearsed. They've got pitches, reverses, step-ins of all kind. They are quick and they're tricky, and they're catching the Wolves off guard here with these plays, these draws. I'm not really sure what a step-in is, but I made that up just now, and I think it's kind of a cool play.
That was Jarrell Hernandez with the carry on the reverse as Clover Park has a 1st and goal at the South Kitsap 5-yard line. Brinkley takes the foul, and he looks, and he's looking to his left. He's going for the pass, scrambles around, and he's taken down. There's the freight train, Renard Williams. Williams takes him down.
No face mask on that goal. Renard just dives over the top of Brinkley and catches him on the way down and spins him down to the ground. What a big-time sack from Renard Williams. Renard doesn't look like 300 pounds plus jumping around out there like a little kitty cat, but boy, he just kind of pounced up on the quarterback and dragged him down to the ground. About a 10-yard loss on that play as Brinkley just kept dropping back and back and back, and there was Renard Williams. Boom.
I'm a little surprised that Clover Park went to the pass. They have been fairly successful on the run here tonight. It was 1st and goal at the South Kitsap 5-yard line. They were looking for a quick hit in the end zone to the left, and Brinkley just was taken down for the big loss on the sack. As they come out again with the 4 wide receivers, there's a lone setback, and that is Bamonte in the backfield. Brinkley is in the shotgun. As a high snap, they're going to run the option. He pitches it to Bamonte. He tries to get to the outside, but nothing doing. Nice defense right there by the corners to come up and stop the man.
South Kitsap defense just staying at home, doing a good job. Even on the reverse, they didn't give up the touchdown, and they got a sack on the next play. So they're just doing just enough to try to keep Clover Park out of the end zone. Maybe shut them down if they go for it on 4th down, or keep them to a field goal attempt. And as we know, the special teams kicking units have not done a good job tonight. So if you can keep them to a field goal, there's a good chance they won't put any points on the board at all.
This time Brinkley will be under center. 2 men in the backfield, 2 running backs. Beaumonte and Lowry, and Brinkley's going to roll to his right. He's looking for a man coming back to the left side of the field. He's got a man in the end zone, and it is high through the fingertips of the defender right there. That's Fowler for the Wolves, and came close to an interception, but it went through, and the pass is going to be incomplete, and it's going to be 4th down for Clover Park. But I was going to mention earlier that one of the nice plays on defense there by the Wolves, you can tell that they're very well coached. On that option play, 1 man takes the quarterback, 1 man takes the pitch man, and that's how you stop the option.
That's right. It's got to be like a 2-on-2 thing. And the Wolves just putting Brinkley, the Warrior quarterback, on his back there as soon as he released the ball, letting him know that they're still hanging around.
Clover Park sends 3 wide receivers to the near side of the field. They're going to go for it here. Brinkley bobbles the snap, hands the ball off to Beaumonte, but he's not going to get anywhere. And on a 4th down attempt, the Clover Park Warriors are denied, and South Kitsap is going to take over on downs. A nice job by the defensive line for South Kitsap.
Well, the Clover Park coaching staff figuring that an attempt for a 1st down or a touchdown on the 4th down that close to the score, that close to the end zone, is just as good as a field goal attempt. And as I just mentioned, the point after attempt kicking unit is not doing so well tonight for either team, really. And so why not go for it and go for the touchdown? Didn't quite get it, but hey, for Clover Park, they've got South Kitsap backed up to the end zone here, about the 10-yard line. So good field position for the defense of Clover Park.
Well, the Wolves are going to try and dispel that theory that's been going on here tonight, as they are backed up way in their own territory. We're going to spot the ball at their own 10-yard line, as the Wolves are going to hand the ball straight up the middle to the fullback. There goes Tester again. He gets to the outside. He's got a lot of room, and he's going to get near midfield. Stutter steps, sidesteps through a tackle, and he gets a huge gain all the way up to the Clover Park 43-yard line.
Wow, Chad Tester coming out of nowhere tonight to really put himself on the South Kitsap Wolves map, as he just had a couple of huge runs tonight. That's an amazing run up the left side. Bounces off left tackle and just boom up the sideline. That left side of the Clover Park Warriors really being exploited big time here tonight by the Wolves.
That's the same play that they ran when the first touchdown that Tester scored on in the first quarter, and they run it again, and Tester gets a 44-yard pickup into Clover Park territory. The ball is at the Clover Park 46-yard line as the Wolves come out with 3 wide receivers. They are in the I formation. And Smothers is going to hand the ball off to the tailback, and he sidesteps around. There goes Tucker. He's going to get to the outside. He's got a lot of running room. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. And he's going to get in for the touchdown. Just like that, South Kitsap gets into the end zone.
Wow, happy homecoming for these South Kitsap Wolves as the ROTC blasts the cannon of the touchdown attack as Tucker bounces up the right sideline and scores another 6 for South Kitsap touchdown.
South Kitsap, Stephen Tucker with a 45-yard touchdown run, and in 2 plays, the Wolves go 90 yards and get on the board again.
Wow, that'll do wonders for your running stats, for your rushing stats. The Wolves pick up 90 yards in 2 plays, touchdown, 1 to the left, 1 to the right, touchdown Wolves.
South Kitsap leads Clover Park 18-6 with 4:42 remaining here in the first half of play, and the Wolves are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Again, they come out in the power I formation.
I think they're going to fake the conversion and go for a kick.
I think that they might just do that and be able to run out there, as Smothers is going to hand the ball off to Tucker, and he's shoestring tackled, bounces around, he's going to try and cut up the middle. A penalty flag comes flying in, and it usually is in the area of holding, and Tucker sure danced around all over the place, and but he was not able to get in, so that is their 3rd touchdown with their 3rd failed attempt at an extra point. But South Kitsap still leads 18-6 here at their homecoming game, and South Kitsap is doing a good job with the touchdowns, but special team play needs to kind of step it up just a little bit for those coaches.
You know what I'd like to see from both sides, from both teams tonight, DB, is just an old-fashioned kick it through the uprights. Referee puts his hands up in the air, extra point for 1 point. That'd be nice tonight. Instead, we've got an 18-6 score. The Wolves have a nice, comfortable 12-point lead with 4:42 left in the second quarter here at Homecoming 2006 as the band gets ready to come on for halftime.
South Kitsap had the ball deep in their own territory, and as we said, the theme was good field position, and South Kitsap just said that we don't need good field position to get into the end zone, and they go 90 yards in 2 plays and get into the end zone. A huge, a long touchdown or a long run by Chad Tester to the Clover Park 45-yard line, and then Stephen Tucker from 45 yards gets into the end zone. South Kitsap leads 18-6 as there's still a lot of time left here in the first half, and South Kitsap probably hoping to get a good defensive stop here as Corey Dame is now going to be kicking off for the Wolves at their own 40-yard line. Clover Park with 2 deep men. Dame, the good kick off to the right side, is going to be fielded at the Clover Park 18-yard line by the tailback.
Oh!
And what a hit by Sean Staten, who comes in from the right side. And that receiver had nowhere to go.
That is the DB&D special teams tackle of the game.
Chris Woods fielded the ball at his own 18-yard line, and Sean Staten came flying in from the right side, and Woods didn't even see him and had no chance and took him down. A gain of 2 on that on the kickoff return, and that was a hard 2 yards.
That was a tough 2 yards and an even better tackle. That was an amazing special teams play. Puts the Clover Park Warriors on the 20.5-yard line, and that's where they'll start this next offensive possession.
Timeout, Clover Park.
Clover Park takes a timeout as they are not ready or set offensively, and maybe a little rattled after that pounding tackle from the South Kitsap special teams on the return.
That's going to be Clover Park's second timeout. They will have 1 remaining here with 4:38 left in the first half. And with a little break here, we would like to announce that next Tuesday on October 17th is going to be senior night for the volleyball team.
Awesome.
And the volleyball team will be hosting Wilson at South Kitsap High School at 6 o'clock. So come out and enjoy the senior night for the volleyball team at the high school.
And the volleyball team is a class act squad, and we do our best to support them just as much as we support our football team.
Led by their head coach, Jessica Anderson, and their assistant coach, Lysandra Ness. 2 excellent coaches doing an outstanding job with that program.
Go Lady Wolves.
Go Lady Wolves as the Wolves break out of the huddle, or the Warriors break out of the huddle at their own 20-yard line, and they're going to hand the ball off to the fullback, the big man from up front. He's not going anywhere. In fact, he is going to lose a couple on the play, and that is
Chad Tester, running and tackling here tonight, making the hit on the Clover Park fullback for a big-time tackle. Again, big plays for Tester here in the last 5 minutes.
The tailback on that carry was Enrico Lafale. That was a fun one to say.
You did a great job.
And Lafale fell down after he got tackled in the background. So
he got smacked.
They're going to have a second. They're losing 1 on the play. It's going to be 2nd 11 for Clover Park. South Kitsap has all 3 timeouts remaining. They're going to hand the ball off this time to the other tailback. That looks like Beaumonte again. He's been doing the majority of the running duties tonight. A couple of Wolves are a little bit slow to get up here. As,
he had a nice hole up the left side there. It looked like it was blocked off by the Wolves defenders, but some nice blocking from the Clover Park left side of the offensive line. Gives them an extra 5 yards. And it's going to be 3rd and 6 here, a rather important 3rd and 6, I believe, for Clover Park, as they'll try to keep the ball out of the Wolves' hands here late in the first half.
That was a gain of about 5 yards on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 6 for Clover Park. They send 2 wide receivers to the far side. Brinkley is under center. 2 running backs right behind him. They come to a set. They're going to hand the ball off quickly. And nice job by the fullback there, taken down by Corey Dame. Again, that is the big man, Enrico Lafale, the 5'8", 205-pound sophomore for Clover Park. So they look like they've got a nice running back that's going to be around for a couple more years.
Yeah, that's a nice little ground game that Clover Park's got going here. A lot of switching around and fakes, and they're just catching the Wolves offsides on a couple plays here and giving them an opportune first down. Coach Sigurdsson really hoping that the Wolves will be able to hold them there on third down and force a punt.
So Clover Park comes out, gets a first down deep in their own territory. They are at their own 36-yard line. Brinkley is going to fake the handoff, keep it, try and run straight up the middle, but he's arm tackled from behind, and then a pack of Wolves show up. He may have gotten a yard on the play, but looks like he might have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. So we're going to call it a gain of 0 on the play. It's going to be second and long for Clover Park.
Dominique Lowry there with a little shove there on top of the pile is getting some of the South Kitsap defenders off the pile. No flag as the Wolves line up on defense. Here to see what the Warriors are going to throw at them. The Wolves bring 4 men to the line with 3 linebackers. And we've got 2 backs in the backfield and 4 wide receiver set for the Warriors.
So the Warriors trying to spread this out again here in the shotgun. They're going to fake the handoff. He's got a man. Oh, and it's almost tipped at the line of scrimmage. And it was caught. That is Lowry on the reception. Caught it just behind the original line of scrimmage and was able to get forward for about another 3 yards. The ball was almost tipped by the defender there for South Kitsap. But there is a timeout here. South Kitsap, that's their first timeout. They have 2 left with 1:39 remaining here in the first half as they lead Clover Park 18-6. But Clover Park is going to have a 3rd and 6 to go here. And if South Kitsap is able to stop them, they could probably call another timeout, try and get the ball back and do something with it.
Well, South Kitsap was strategically using those timeouts here in the late going in the first half to try to get that ball back and see if they can have another crack at the end zone and really do some damage on the scoreboard against the visiting Clover Park Warriors. The Warriors not looking bad on offense, just on the scoreboard. They've only got 6. Trying to keep this little momentum that they've got going here in the first half. Be nice for them to put another score on the board. The Wolves like to keep them far away from the end zone, and they're going to try to lock them down here on second down.
So the Warriors come out after the South Kitsap timeout.
Third down.
Clover Park still has 1 timeout remaining. They've got 3 wide receivers. They're going to pitch the ball to the tailback. That's Lowry, and he's able to get out of bounds, I believe, and they are. They're going to stop it just for a brief moment, though, to set the chains, and he does get a first down as the ball is going to be placed right at midfield. So Clover Park has some time left here. They do have a timeout left with 1:32 left, trailing 18-6.
That right side of the Clover Park offensive line really providing some excellent blocking for their fullback and their tailbacks and their quarterback tonight. That seems to be the side of choice, the right side for Clover Park whenever they want some yards.
Brinkley in the shotgun takes the ball, looking to his right. He's got a man, and it's intercepted by Tester, and he's got nobody unless he's going to be taken down, and he's pushed out of bounds by Dario Bamonte, and what a great read by Tester, and he was all over that interception, and if Bamonte was not there, Tester would have had 6.
Well, it might be senior night, but the 5'11" and a half, the 6'1" and a half, 190-pound junior, Chad Tester, really, this is his half, as he's had a touchdown, an interception, and a sweet tackle on defense here so far tonight, and boy, it's all Chad Tester here in the first half.
Tester having a great game tonight on offense and now on defense.
And a touchdown for Chad Tester.
And a touchdown for him and a couple of big gains on yardage. And he almost came up with an interception and touchdown return. Gets the ball for South Kitsap down to the Clover Park. We're going to call it the 23-yard line with 1:09 left here in the first half as Chip Pearson is now in at quarterback for the Wolves, and he hands the ball off to Tucker, who gets inside the 20-yard line. So the Wolves are in the red zone of Clover Park as Pearson, the starting quarterback who has been out for a few games, back in now, trying to hustle the team up here. Just under a minute as time is ticking away. Pearson under center, and he takes a 3-step drop. He's got a man, and he just, nice catch, and a nice throw. It's going to be a touchdown to Cedric Carter. Chip Pearson with an 18-yard touchdown pass and catch to Carter. Nice job by the offense.
Carter just runs a quick slant and inside route right into the end zone, and he looks to his left, and the ball's already there. All he has to do is put up his hands and catch the ball. Pearson just lays it right in there. 6 points, South Kitsap, 24-6 here with 41 seconds left in the first half. That just breaks the back of Clover Park. It breaks their spirit a little bit here on homecoming for South Kitsap. not really what the coaching staff had in mind, and here we go.
And not only will good field position do some damage, but so will turnovers. And a couple of plays later, the Wolves get in as the kick is up, and it is good. We have a made. That is Sean Korf, the 5'6" sophomore for South Kitsap, who gets in and makes the extra point attempt. And South Kitsap, with an 18-yard touchdown pass from Chip Pearson to Cedric Carter, the Wolves get on the board with 40 seconds remaining here in the first half and now lead Clover Park 25-6.
And you know that Chip Pearson was just waiting to get back in the game to prove himself to the coaches that he's ready to play again, and not only to the coaches but to the players. And boy, he just winged that pass right in there to Cedric Carter for that touchdown, and looked pretty sharp on that play.
Well, coming up at halftime, because it is homecoming week here at South Kitsap High School, we are going to have some halftime festivities as the golf carts are out, and we are going to be presenting the homecoming court for the 2006 high school students. And doing the presenting at halftime in about 40 seconds is going to be Kalen Horst, who will be taking over the reins here up in the booth, and he will be presenting and doing the announcing for the homecoming court that we will see will be driven around the track here at the high school. So Corey Dame is going to do the kicking again here at their own 40-yard line. South Kitsap taking a nice 25-6 lead. And Dame is going to squib it right down the middle, takes a couple of bounces, and it's fielded at the 18-yard line by the up back for the Clover Park Warriors, and that's number 22, Walter Hanks, the sophomore for Clover Park, and he gets a nice return back near the 40-yard line. It'll be stopped just short, and it will be at the Clover Park 39-yard line. So Clover Park has 33 seconds left and one timeout, and we'll see what Clover Park tries to do here to close out the first half of play.
Well, they're bringing a 4 wide receiver set almost every time, but rarely are they going deep. We'll see if they try to go maybe sneak one up the sideline or over the middle. We got two safeties back for the Wolves here in a prevent defense.
Trying to make sure they don't give up the big bomb as Brinkley's going to fake the handoff, roll out to his right. He's looking for a man downfield, and he's rushed down to, that is Matt Mays on the tackle. Nice job by Mays of making Brinkley force a bad pass on the rush there, and the pass is incomplete. Nice job by Brinkley, though, of getting rid of the pass. If he'd been sacked, it would have been a huge loss for Clover Park, but nonetheless incomplete, and it will be 2nd and 10 for Clover Park, still at their own 39.
Nice job of quarterback pursuit there by Matt Mays, not letting Brinkley get out of his grasp or duck away or slink out of that one and put him on his back, and Brinkley throws it away. 2nd down and 10 for the Warriors.
Clover Park, 3 wide receivers to the near side of the field. Brinkley in the shotgun. Takes the snap, rolls out to his left. Here comes Renard Williams chasing him from behind. He's got a man. Oh, and he just releases it as he is hit from behind. And Renard Williams hit Brinkley just as he threw it. And the defensive back, Corey Dame, was the nearest defensive back to the ball. But it was thrown far enough that it couldn't be intercepted, and it will be an incomplete pass. And it will be 3rd and 10 for the Wolves with 18 seconds remaining here in the first half of play.
I'll say one thing about this kid Brinkley, the quarterback for the Warriors. He is a Warrior. He's gotten hit a couple different times tonight, pretty hard as he's been throwing the pass. That last one, he got spiked right into the turf, and he just hops right back up, pops up like a jack in the box, goes over, gets the play from the coach, and sets up the huddle.
And that young man is taking a licking and keep on ticking here as it's going to be 3rd and long for Clover Park as the ball is still at their own 39-yard line. They're going to hand the ball off to Beaumonte, straight up the middle. Another quick handoff straight up the middle. The ball's going to be placed just past midfield at the South Kitsap 49-yard line. And it is going to be a first down with 11 seconds remaining here. Clover Park hustling up to the line of scrimmage to see if they can get a play off. A couple of incomplete passes, but the first down comes from the handoff to Beaumonte. Brinkley now under center. He's going to drop back. He's looking to his right, now to his left. He's got a man on the slant, and it's complete. The pass is complete at the South Kitsap 34-yard line where the clock will stop. 2 seconds remaining here. They might be able to get a snap off, but they do have 1 timeout remaining, and they're going to call a timeout, so things aren't over yet here as South Kitsap still leads 25-6, but Clover Park trying to get into that end zone before halftime.
I wonder if Clover Park is going to get that hometown clock countdown like the Huskies got at USC last weekend, where the referees started the clock and boom, it was over, and the guys weren't even ready to go yet. And I'm sure Tyrone Willingham's still talking to some Pac-10 officials about that one.
So South Kitsap is going to try and stop Clover Park from getting into the end zone. Clover Park would like nothing more than to be able to put some points on the board before halftime, but they have a long ways to go to do it. It is going to be 1st and 10 at the South Kitsap 34-yard line, but they only have a couple of seconds left here, 2.5 to be exact on the clock. And probably in this situation, what Clover Park will be looking to do is probably line up 2 or 3 wide receivers and go for the Hail Mary.
That's what I'm guessing, but you never know with what we've seen with Clover Park so far is they run a lot of trickery at you, and they may just simply go for a draw up the middle. That'd be option B. Or option C, a boot with the quarterback keeping it and trying to scamper up the right or left sideline.
So the Warriors are going to come out with 3 wide receivers split to the near side of the field in the trips. Brinkley is in the shotgun.
The Wolves bringing 2 men to the line.
He's going to hand the ball off to Beaumonte, and he's not going to get anywhere. And that's going to come to the end of the half. There was a fumble, but they picked it up, and it's all for naught. So South Kitsap leads 25-6 over Clover Park here at the homecoming game for South Kitsap. And we're going to turn the reins over here to Kalen Horst, who's going to be working up here in the booth. And I also think that Valerie Robinson is down on the field. So take it away, Valerie and Kalen.
All right, thanks, Kaylin. And welcome to the 2006 Homecoming Halftime Show. We have a big show lined up for you, starting off with this senior night for our band, where the seniors and their parents will be recognized. And in a few minutes, the band will be playing for us as well. And then after that, we'll be introducing Homecoming Court and maybe even get an interview with the Homecoming King and Queen. And so we've got a big show ahead of you, and joining me in the booth is Kalen Horst. Hey, Kalen.
Yes, and that is right, Valerie. How are you doing down there in the field?
I'm doing great. It's freezing down here, though. Kalen, you warm up there?
Is it? I am. I'm nice and cozy up here in the booth. I can see on my TV screen as well as the whole field here. And I think we are getting ready. There we go. Those are the parents of the band students that are coming out for senior night here tonight. And that is the band out there in the background, as we can see. And so, Valerie, tell us a little bit about senior night for the band members here.
Well, senior night is basically all the seniors get recognized, and their parents get recognized as well. And the parents will give their seniors their flowers and just kind of thank them for being there and supporting them through their band career.
Yeah, that's right. These seniors have worked really hard and in this band here at South, and it's time that just like all the sports teams, they get recognized as well. So their parents are out here just to give them a loving hug and some flowers and a kiss. So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Here they come. They are walking out in formation. There they are. I wonder what their song. Do you know what songs they're gonna play, Valerie?
I actually don't.
Well, we will see.
We will.
Ladies and gentlemen, the South Kitsap Marching Band is under the direction of Gary Grahams, with senior drum major Hanako Lambert and junior drum major Stanton Wilcox. Tonight they will be performing a 3-part series, Bond, James Bond.
So I'm hearing their 3-part series, is that right?
Yeah, James Bond.
Oh, very nice. This will be exciting. This should be a good one. Looks like they got a couple of flag bearers out there as well. One on the right side and 3 on the left there.
Yeah.
For their dedication, hard work, and supporting the band. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the senior members of the band.
Looks like they're coming into formation now.
And then on with the show.
And here we go. Throw it over to the band.
Now the senior members of the flag team. Rachel Bowers, escorted by Tammy Bowers. Mallory Glazner, escorted by Lisa Glazner. And Katie Hesseltine, parents Rich and Suzanne Hesseltine. Those are the senior flag team members.
We're going to wait for him.
And now the senior band members. They're supported tonight by their parents and or relatives. Emerald Armstrong and Kathy Armstrong. Eric Berglund, John and Mary Berglund. Russell Brunel. William and Valerie Gilstrap and Larry Harrell. Giovanni Cabrera. Worked by Annie Torres. Amber Cooper. And sorted by Michael and Nicholas Cooper and Monique McGinnis. Hope Evans. Marie and Peter Carter. Brian Everson. Michael and Cynthia Everson. Karina Ferreira. Parents Charles and Barb Mayhart. Caitlin Gray, supported by Dennis Lowry Gray. Will Himma. Parents David and Susan Himma. Chad Holtquist. Parents Cheryl and Chad Holtquist. Sarah Kellogg. Jim Kellogg. Trent Kelly. Supported by Tamara and John Kelly. Bert Klein. Karen's parents Jeff and Dave Klein. Ashley Kwame. Parents Sherry and Ron Johnson. Monica Lambert. By her parents Camito and John Lambert. Kate Lipsky. Her parents Dan, Tommy Lipsky, and grandmother Lavon Lang. Peter Ludwig. Parents Jerry and Wanda Ludwig. Christine Miller. Stephen and Francis Miller. TJ Mulligan. Parents Terrence and Helen Mulligan. Michael Parkinson. Bob Peravito. Richard Peterson. Michael and Jackie Peterson. Julie Power. Parents William and Deborah Power and Daryl and Betty Cole. Eric Radulescu. Parents Tony and Debbie Radulescu. CJ Sharp. Parents Hugh and Tracy Sharp. Alicia Williams. Parents Henny and Larry Harrell. Alex Yell. Alan Yell and Ruth Bay.
Well, it looks like that is all of the senior band members we have here tonight with their parents greeting them. And it looks like the homecoming golf carts are all ready after the band is done playing. So I'm sure it's going to be a great jam-packed show for you guys tonight.
Yeah, it looks like they're about to play.
Also, a special thank you to Ron for donating flowers for the parents. And now, ladies and gentlemen, on with the halftime show.
So Valerie, have you been enjoying Spirit Week here at South Kitsap?
Yes, I have.
Good. Have you dressed up for all the days? Let's see what we had. Tuesday was that 80s Day or was that Wednesday?
That was Wednesday. Tuesday was Pirate Day.
Oh, that's right, Pirate Day. We had the swashbuckling and the eye patches. And Wednesday, that's right, you're right. That was 80s Day with you can't forget the pink neon leg warmers. They just really complete the entire outfit.
No.
And
Spirit Week is actually part of homecoming.
It is.
All right, looks like the band's about to start.
That's right. Their horns are up, and they should be playing any second now. Let's give them an ear.
the South Kitsap Marching Band under the direction of Gary Graham, Senior Drum Major Hanako Lambert. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we would like to present the royalty from last Wednesday's coronation. In the first golf cart, we have Bailey Nelson. Her parents are Larry and Carol.
All right, it looks like they're bringing out the homecoming court.
That is right. Here we go. Here in our first golf cart here. Let's see, who is it? Who do we have? Looks like we've got Chris Friend and Bailey Nelson. Let's see. That's right, Chris Friend and Bailey Nelson. Now Bailey was or is the senior president. She's also the Phasm the Fun Queen. She does community theater down at WWCA, and she loves theater, acting, watching American Idol, and just hanging out with friends. And her future plans include going to Wazoo or University of Montana. What do you have on Chris there, Valerie?
Chris is actually involved in cross-country acting ensemble. Is Roscoe the Wolf. He's been in Little Shop of Horrors, The King and I, and The Curtain Going Up. His activities include working at Family Kitchen and working at McCormick Woods Golf Course.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
In our next cart, it looks like we have
Kara Smith and Corey Dame.
Kara Smith, but it doesn't look like Corey Dame is driving that car.
No, he's actually number 3 on the football team.
Oh,
He's a safety and a running back.
That is right.
Yes.
In our next cart, we've got, is that Amanda Boss? I do believe it is Amanda Boss.
And Cedric Carter.
Amanda's avidly into football cheerleading. She loves hanging out with friends. What do you got on Cedric?
I actually don't have a bio on Cedric.
Oh, that's okay. Next, we've got.
Looks like Lacey O'Neal and Sam Wimpy.
Is it?
No.
No, that looks like. I'm losing track of my bios here.
Our next couple.
Alicia Banks.
Alicia Banks, that is right. I don't seem to have a bio on Alicia, but can you tell us about Sam?
Yes, I can.
She is escorted by Corey.
Sam Wimpy is involved in, he was the ASB president and at Marcus. He's a class officer of the sophomore and junior year here at South. He is currently the ASB president. He works as a busser at the Baja Outpost in Port Orchard. His hobbies include he lives for snowboarding in the winter. He loves listening to music and exploring all different genres. And he enjoys reading Hemingway. He plans to go to Europe after graduating and attend college in the fall.
She is a member of the swim team. Jesse is a member of the football team, and his parents are John and Teresa Galligan. Lacey Gracco and Jesse Galligan.
Now we have Lacey Gualco and Jesse Julie Trecci.
Yeah, next is Julie. I don't seem to have a bio on her either. Oh, look at that. He is so excited. Looks like her dad. Oh, my. And off they go.
Kim's parents are Jim and Lori.
It's got to be a night to remember for a lot of these students.
Chip Pearson's parents are Ed and Michelle Pearson, and he's a member of the football team. Kim Pendergast and Chip Pearson. And now the honored couples. First we have Lacey.
All right, now we have Lacey Gualco and Jesse Galligan. Jesse is actually number 19 in the tight end and the linebacker on the football team, so he's in the halftime room right now.
That's right, and Lacey, awards given to her were the National Junior Honor Society, the Letter Award in Swim, Iron Woman Award in Swim, and Distinguished Scholar Award. It looks like right there we've got Kim Pendergast, and who's that driving her?
LP Nellums.
LP.
But Chip Pearson was actually supposed to drive her.
That's
He's
right.
the number 10. He's the quarterback.
He is the first string quarterback, I believe. And Kimberly plays varsity volleyball, led her both in junior and senior year. She also participates in the ASB. And her community activities include helping plan and put together senior ball at Stafford Suites and participates in Young Life.
And Chip was involved in honor roll and was also involved with ASB. He plays football, basketball, and was a strongman competition winner.
That's right. Next we have Lacey O'Neal. Oh, Lacey's got a huge repertoire here. She was varsity basketball cheer 10th grade, varsity football cheer 11th and 12th grade as of now.
And she was escorted by Renard Williams, who's number 62 on the offensive tackle and defensive tackle.
That's right. And right there we've got Kelsey Penn.
And Mo Grout.
That's right. And Kelsey was as maintained in the honor roll and was voted most likely to succeed.
Mo was involved in Interact, Skookum Views, our school newspaper, and Honor Society.
And it looks like last but definitely not least, we have Marie Spiker.
And Tippy Burke, who
And
was involved
Tippy
in
Burke.
varsity basketball, a DECA member.
Let's see here. Marie Spiker is a member of the National Honor Society, a member of Key Club, a PTE Student of the Year. She's also maintains, and I know this from a personal fact, an unbelievable 4.0. And she loves running, reading, and ultimate frisbee. Valerie, were you able to grab those two for a quick interview?
You know, I'm going to try and do that.
Good. See if we can get a word out of those two busybodies of the school.
Yeah, as soon as they get through their carts.
Off they go. We'll hope they at some point park that thing and come back to us.
They know, right?
Well, it looks like the football players are coming back onto the field. At least Clover Park is. South Kitsap coming onto the side of the field here. Hopefully, well, it looks like Clover Park's hoping to get a comeback here, but we're thinking that South's going to take this one all the way. It's now 25-6, not even starting the third quarter, so should be a great rest of the game.
Yes, it should, and we're just waiting on the king and queen to come back from their cart parking.
Oh, good, good, good.
Yeah, you know, they actually used to drive convertibles, but they got a new track.
That's right, that's right. And we didn't want the rubber from the convertible tires to scuff up the track in any way. You know, everyone likes peeling out in those 50s Corvettes, so
yeah,
we'll stick it safe and drive golf carts, but it's still classy. Well, it looks like our student teacher, Miss Linzao, has gotten the king and queen to come over here at some point.
They're on their way.
This has been an exciting game with Clover Park scoring the first touchdown of the game, which was, I think, a surprise to a lot of the South Kitsap students, because we thought this would be a shutout possibly. But I'm sure the South Kitsap's gonna pull far ahead in this third and fourth quarter and take the win.
Stand right here, Val. Val.
Well, there we go. I can see them coming now. Got Tippy Burke on the left there and Marie Spiker on the right. You take it away, Valerie.
Hey. All right, here we have homecoming king Tippy Burke and homecoming queen Marie Spiker. Congratulations, you guys.
Thank you.
All right, so how does it feel to be homecoming king?
Good, I guess. I wasn't expecting it to work out the way it did. They tricked us over there at the coordination, but.
How they trick you?
Well, the whole calling two couples up, and then they pulled me and Marie out of the other guys. Tricky.
All right, Marie, how does it feel?
It feels good. I wasn't expecting it either, but this whole thing has been really fun.
Yeah.
All right, good. Well, that's all we have for you here. Thank you, Kaylin Horst, for joining me up in the booth. And I'm Valerie Robinson. Enjoy the rest of the game.
That's right. Thanks, Valerie. Just a little note on the two homecoming king and queen. You know, Marie is an absolutely A+ student. She's been working very hard. And Tippy was a sophomore varsity basketball player, sophomore, junior, and senior year. So he has obviously got some serious talent that I think will take him a long ways. It's been great up here in the booth, giving you guys all the news for the bands and the senior night for them and the homecoming couples. And I am signing out to Mr. Bowden, who will take over here in a little bit.
Welcome back here to Joe Knowles Field at South Kitsap High School as we just completed the halftime activities here during the homecoming game. South Kitsap leads Clover Park 25-6, and we just saw the captains go meet at midfield. South Kitsap is going to be receiving the kick as Clover Park won the kickoff. Won the coin toss at the beginning, and South Kitsap will have first possession coming back here as they are going to be sending, it looks like Chad Fowler and Ryan Williams will be back near their own 15-yard line to receive the kick. So South Kitsap doing a good job scoring some touchdowns in the second quarter to take a nice lead, a commanding lead of 25-6. We have a couple of some halftime stats for you for South Kitsap. One of the power parts of their game is the running game, and Stephen Tucker leads the Wolves with 8 carries for 46 yards and 1 touchdown. Chad Tester, the junior, having a great game tonight. 2 carries for 66 yards and a touchdown. Had an interception in the second quarter of play, almost ran it back in, looked like he was going to, but was unable to do so. And Chad Fowler, 2 carries for 46 yards and a touchdown as well. So South Kitsap evenly distributing the running duties here tonight as Clover Park is getting ready to kick the ball off here, and it's going to be kicked all the way down. It's going to be fielded by Ryan Williams at his own 10-yard line. A little bobbles the ball just a little bit, heads straight up the middle, and he's got a wide open. There goes Ryan Williams. He's getting the best to the 40-yard line. He's going to be pushed out by Beaumont. That was Beaumonte who pushed him out of bounds, and if he was not there, he had a huge return. A 60, or we're going to call it a 55-yard kickoff return all the way down to the Clover Park 35-yard line. So South Kitsap is going to have excellent field position here to start the second half of play. And nice job by the Wolves of creating a huge wedge up the middle for Ryan Williams, who for the last couple of weeks has been doing an excellent job of kickoff returns for the Wolves. Last week, a couple of weeks ago against Wilson, had a really nice return for a touchdown as the Wolves. Smothers is back out at quarterback, and they hand the ball off to Tucker again. He fights his way through the left side of the line there, gets down to the 30-yard line, and gain of 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5 for the Wolves. So Tucker back in at tailback and doing an excellent job here. So South Kitsap coming out real strong and doing a good job here as they have split wide receivers. They're in the I formation. It's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Wolves. The ball at the Clover Park 30. Smothers with the pass, and and he hits Parker right in his hands near the 25-yard line, but the defense was right there, and the ball got knocked out of David Parker's hands. The pass is incomplete, and it's going to be 3rd and 5 for South Kitsap. So after the big kickoff return, South Kitsap driving deep into Clover Park territory. The Clover Park Warriors, this is the last time South Kitsap met Clover Park, which was the one and only meeting between the two schools. South claimed a 53-18 win all the way back in 1980 during the state playoffs. As they came away with the win, they're going to hand the ball off to Tucker on the little counter, the delayed counter from Smothers, but Clover Park is not fooled, and so the big kickoff return by Ryan Williams, all for naught, as South Kitsap goes 3 and out here, and it is going to be 4th down, and the Wolves looks like they are going to go for it here. A little too far away for a field goal, but not close enough or too close for a punt. So the Wolves are going to have 4th and long and go for it as David Parker comes out along with Cedric Carter, the 2 wide receivers. Carter in the slot position to the near side of the field. Smothers is going to hand the ball straight up the middle to Tester again, and Tester, having a big night, fights his way close to the first down marker, but he's not going to get it. And the Wolves are going to turn the ball over on downs, but South Kitsap doing a good job here of sustaining a little bit of ball control. So with 10:27 remaining here in the third quarter play, South Kitsap comes out. Ryan Williams with a huge 55-yard kickoff return, and but South Kitsap unable to get anything done on their first offensive series in the second half of play. As Clover Park is going to come out, they're going to send the 2 wide receivers to the far side. That is Llewellyn and Robinson as they hand the ball off here. That was to Lowry again. He squirts his way out to the left side. Lowry and Beaumonte doing the sharing duties at tailback, and he gains about 4 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for Clover Park, and the ball will be placed at their own near the 30, just inside the 32-yard line. So they come out again, spreading two backs in the backfield, split wide receivers, 2 on the far side. Brinkley now under center. They're going to hand the ball off to Beaumonte, but he is met by this Wolves defensive line. He may have gone forward for 1. We're going to call it for about 2, and it's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Warriors. So South Kitsap turning right around here after a series of downs, the turnover on downs, and Clover Park will have the ball at their own 33-yard line, 3rd and 5 for Clover Park. So yes, the last time these 2 teams met, all the way back in the 1980 state playoffs, South Kitsap coming away with a 53-18 win over Clover Park, as the slot man is now on the near side of the field. Brinkley's going to fake the handoff, roll off to his right. Tester chasing him from behind, and he's going to take him down. This time Brinkley is not going to be able to get rid of it. We saw Tester coming around the corner there, chased him down quickly, and he is going to go down for a loss on the play. It's going to be 4th and about 11 yards to go for Clover Park, and they will have to kick the ball away here. So Clover Park gets knocked back all the way to their 20, we're going to call it their own 28-yard line, and the Wolves are going to send back Sean Staten and Chad Fowler, who are standing near their own 40-yard line. So Clover Park is down and out on this offensive series, their first offensive series here in at the beginning of the second half. It's going to be a low kick pulled to the left, and it's going to go sailing out of bounds near midfield. So about a 25-yard kick, and South Kitsap is going to take over at their own 48. So South Kitsap and Clover Park both on their first offensive series here in the second half of play result in each a kick. And South Kitsap will come out with their second series, and Smothers, Aaron Smothers, coming back out at quarterback. Shortly before halftime, Chip Pearson was in and threw an 18-yard touchdown pass to David Parker, but Aaron Smothers comes back out as they have split wide receivers. They are in the tailback position, and Smothers, he's looking for his man, and he does. He's got a man open, and it's David Parker at the 30. He's going to get all the way down past the 20. We're going to call it the 19. Nice pass by Smothers to David Parker for a 31-yard pass reception. Excellent job by Smothers. Parker had a step on the corner, and Smothers, who's been throwing the ball very well tonight, hit a nice hit David Parker in stride, and he was able to get down inside the red zone now here, as there's a little confusion. Parker looked like he had a little shoe trouble there, gets up to the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wolves at the Clover Park 19. Smothers under center, he steps, takes a look for his man out to the left. He's got a man open in the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown. No, it's going to be ruled incomplete. The pass was intended for Sean Staten, as Smothers looked to his left, threw a nice pass, and Staten was unable to hang on to the pass as he came down in the end zone. The pass is going to be incomplete, and it'll be second down for the Wolves. South Kitsap coming out doing some throwing here. Fowler and Tucker doing, and Tester having a big game with the running game, but Smothers comes out throwing, hitting David Parker for a big pass play and almost getting a touchdown here on their second. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Wolves. Smothers under center. They're in the I formation. They're going to hand the ball to Tucker. He tries to get out to the left guard. He's got a little bit of room. Gets out to the 15, down to the 10. Stays on his feet, puts his shoulder down. He gets inside. They're going to mark him out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Stephen Tucker with a 15-yard run getting close to the goal line, and it's going to be first and goal for the Wolves at the Clover Park 5-yard line. So South Kitsap is knocking on the door here with 7.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter of play. Stephen Tucker comes out of the game. Stephen Tucker comes out of the game, as does Jesse Galligan, as there are now 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field. They're going to fake the handoff, and he's got a man, and it looks like he's going to be just a little bit out of bounds. Parker did a nice job, tried to keep his feet in bounds. Corey Dame was in at tailback, but the pass was just a little too long. And Parker did a nice job. You could see him sizing his feet up to try and keep it in bounds. And in high school football, actually high school and college football, the rule is that you only have to have 1 foot down. It's the pros that have to have both feet down. So, but Parker was sizing up for that, and the pass was incomplete. And it's going to be second and goal for the Wolves at the 5-yard line as they come in with the I formation. Corey Dame is in at tailback. Smothers under center, and they're going to have the quick hit to Cedric Carter, who takes the high pass, and he's going to get into the end zone for the touchdown. Touchdown, South Kitsap. A 5-yard touchdown pass completion from Aaron Smothers to Cedric Carter. Nice job by the Wolves of getting into the end zone. And the Wolves go up 31-6 here with 7:18 remaining, and South Kitsap is now maybe starting to pull away from the Clover Park Warriors. South Kitsap is going to attempt the extra point here. They've missed 3 extra points tonight. The kick is up, and it is good. So South Kitsap, Quincy Lyman with the extra point attempt, and it is now 32-6 for the Wolves. South Kitsap coming out to a 32-6 lead here, and they're going to try and put some more points on the board here so they can maybe try and get some more playing time from some of the other players standing on the sideline here at the homecoming game for South Kitsap. Again, we have a very nice crowd here tonight. The weather's just been beautiful. It's one of the nicest falls that I can remember in the last several years. And it's just a beautiful evening for football here at Joe Knowles Field on the campus of South Kitsap High School. South Kitsap High School enjoying the homecoming week and all of the homecoming festivities, as we had the homecoming royalty and their court that were presented at halftime. And tomorrow night is the homecoming dance here at South Kitsap High School for all of the students. So Corey Dame is about ready to kick off for the Wolves at the 40-yard line. And back to receive the kick, the 2 receivers for the Clover Park Warriors. The kick is up. It's going straight down the middle. It's going to be fielded at the 11-yard line for the Warriors. A little wall, but he's taken right there. Nice big hit by Joe Butterworth. And the receiver wasn't slipping through Butterworth's hands on that one. And a very small gain on the return. We're going to call it about a 6-yard gain. So Butterworth doing a nice job of stopping the kickoff return here. So Clover Park is going to take over at their own 21-yard line to see if they can start getting something going here and not let the momentum swing go the way of the Wolf. Pretty tough to do here tonight at the homecoming game. A huge crowd, a lot of former players, a lot of former students going on here at South Kitsap High School as they come out here. They're going to spread the offense again. 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side. The lone setback is Beaumonte, and it looks like a little bit of movement, and it was. It looks like that was Matt Miller, the 5'11", 230-pound senior defensive lineman who was just a little too quick there, getting a little antsy, and he was offside, so we're going to scoot the Warriors forward 5 more yards. Oh, look who's back here to join us in the booth. D-Rod, thanks.
Hey, DV, good to see you, buddy. I went, got a couple of Pepsis and a coffee down at the awesome concession booth downstairs on the main floor as Clover Park hands it up the middle, and the South Kitsap defense is ready there for the tackle. It'll be 2nd down and 2 or 3 for the for the Warriors. But yeah, awesome experience down there. Lots of students and fans and people painted up. It's like a concert crowd down there. People just all over the place, and it's a fun scene. I had a good time, and lots of mochas and South Kitsap spirit and pride down there. It was a fun experience. I'm glad I was able to go down and be part of the people for a few minutes. Sorry to be late.
Always a good time here at South Kitsap during homecoming week, seeing a lot of parents, a lot of fans, a lot of former students, a lot of former players, and it's just one big family atmosphere around here. And there was a penalty on the play right there. The penalty flag is at the Clover Park on the near sideline at the Clover Park 28-yard line, and it was an indication of a face mask penalty against Clover Park. So they're going to scoot Clover Park backwards here a little bit. But anyways, we've got a pretty good game going on here, but South Kitsap starting to pull away.
Got a question for you because I missed it. Who's the homecoming queen and king? Did you see it?
I did, and I will tell you that here in just a few moments. That the two were Marie Spiker and Tippy Burke.
How cool is that?
That it was really cool, and two great kids who represent our high school very well in this community. As Clover Park comes back out, scoot them back 5 yards, an inadvertent face mask, and it's going to be 1st and 10 again as they go in the shotgun, and Brinkley is rushed out of the pocket, and he's going to be taken down hard, and that's what you call a midnight sandwich.
Boom. He really got smooshed back there to really finish off that play, and it didn't last very long to begin with as the South Kitsap defense just punishes the offensive line and makes it back there for the big-time sack.
What was really nice was one of the plays earlier where they had number 78, Matt Miller, who was offsides on defense, and on the next play, Miller was right there to make the tackle, so a nice job by Miller to get back what he had lost earlier. So doing an excellent job here, and defense doing a good job here as Miller lines up over the center again. The Wolves have 3 down linemen, and going with the prevent defense here as Clover Park comes out with the 4 wide receiver set. The lone setback is Beaumonte, as Brinkley's going to hand the ball off to Beaumonte. He gets off left guard, stiffs arms his man, and he's taken out of bounds quickly. Looks like it was all very close to a late hit, but Beaumonte, he pops right back up, but not before he gains about 3 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and long for Clover Park.
Well, Clover Park doing a good job of just popping back up after those hits, staying on the field, and especially the quarterback. I mentioned this earlier, that the quarterback Brinkley doing a great job of just being tough and getting hit and coming back up to center to take the snap and run the plays. These Clover Park guys are tough.
So Clover Park with a 3rd and long here. The 4 wide receiver set again, split in the field. Looked like a little bit of motion on offense, but Beaumonte has nowhere to go, and he's stopped by another big pack of Wolves. He had nowhere to go. Tried to sidestep his way, spun around, and he knew that he did not have anything going on right there.
Spinning and trying to spin away, and the Wolves defenders is not having any of it, and getting a hold of his jersey and flinging him down to the turf. Beaumonte unable to perform any of his recent magic on that play, and he's down for the loss on the play, and it's going to be 4th and 9 as the Clover Park punt team comes out to kick the ball away to the Wolves with the 5:30 left in the 3rd quarter.
So their second series of plays not getting very far, as the kicker will be standing at his own 13-yard line, not giving himself a lot of room. The quick kick, and it looks like it was almost blocked and pulled to the left a little bit, takes a little bit of a bounce, and the Wolves are going to have very good field position as a penalty flag comes flying all the way from Eastern Washington, and the ball's going to be down at the South Kitsap 43-yard line, but we'll have to wait and see what the penalty flag is, and that might be another face mask penalty.
Well, I don't know what the penalty is or what it was for or what. It came a little late at the end of the play, and it's probably going to be some sort of a personal foul or face mask or something of that nature. Not really quite sure what the nature of the penalty is. Wolves come back out on defense. Since the first score, when it was 6-0 Clover Park, South Kitsap has outscored the Warriors 32-0.
So we're going to have a change here, and there was a penalty flag on South Kitsap, and the ball was down near the 43-yard line, but they're going to scoot it all the way back to midfield We're going to go to just inside, just on the South Kitsap side. We're going to call it the 46-yard line. So the penalty will drive the Wolves. They still have good field position, but it's going to drive them all the way back to their own territory as the Wolves come out now in the I formation. Aaron Smothers still in at quarterback. No, that's Chip Pearson who's in. They pitch the ball to Stephen Tucker. He stutter steps and tries to cut up field. Doesn't get much. May have gotten about 4 yards on the play, and it's going to be second down for the Wolves. So the Wolves look like they're going to start getting a lot of substitutes in here.
Well, Chip Pearson coming in after the first few series being run by Aaron Smothers. Chip doing a great job of getting in there and throwing a touchdown pass to Cedric Carter there at the end of the first half, and patting some points up there on the board. Chip's back out there on the field and going to be throwing to some different targets here, and also see if they can get some extra guys in the game for the running game. Chip steps back to throw.
He's got a pass there, and it's going to be intercepted. Oh, and it goes in and out of the hands of the defender for the Warriors. That's Pete Riley, the 5'11 junior. He had the ball. They're running a slant. Pearson threw the ball up. Looked like it was hung up a little bit too long, and Riley had it in his hands, and if he'd have kept that, it looked like he could have run it all the way back for 6.
Pete Riley's going to be having nightmares tonight about that. Should have been, could have been, would have been interception for a touchdown, because, boy, it was it looked like the play was drawn up to him, and he would have been gone for 6.
So South Kitsap with the incomplete pass, nearly an interception. It's going to be 3rd and 5 for the Wolves. Pearson under center. He's going to hand the ball off to Tucker, and he's met hard right at the defensive line. Nice tackle there that's Patrick Pealalo.
Say that 4 times in a row.
I think I just did. And but he was stopped right there. It's going to be 4th and short or 4th and long for the Wolves right at midfield. So after a penalty by the Wolves, they're going to have the ball at midfield, and good job by Clover Park right there of stopping them on defense, and they will get the ball back.
Clover Park doing a great job. They're going to force the punt team on the field for the Wolves, and great job by the defense there. That was a nice stop by number 79 for the Warriors. 2
men back to receive the punt, and it's going to be a little bit of a shanker up the side of the kicker's foot, and it almost hits. That's Chad Fowler as he was coming down, and the receiver, he touched it initially at the 28-yard line, but the ball is going to be downed at, we'll see where they officially put it, and he did, and he touched the ball at the 29-yard line. So Clover Park will have the ball at their own 29 to start their 3rd series of plays. The first couple of series, they were unable to get anything going, but with just under 3.5 left in the 3rd quarter, South Kitsap with a nice, comfortable 32-6 lead. But I can tell you right now that the Wolves don't want to get cute or too complacent with the way they've been playing tonight.
Well, the thing about the Warriors is that from what we've seen with their athleticism and their talent, is that you give them, you let down on these guys, that there's not too far for a comeback from them and for them, and don't want to get too comfortable here with this lead with 3.5 left in the 3rd quarter. There's still plenty of time left.
Brinkley in the shotgun, and he's going to fake the handoff, look straight down. He's in the pocket. He's being rushed out. He's got a man out right down the middle. The intended receiver was Elias Nagungu. Thank you. We can kind of hear what the announcers are saying here. We have some tricky names on the side of Clover Park, but the pass was incomplete, and it's going to be second down. It's going to be second down for Clover Park. So Brinkley had a little bit of time, faked that play action pass there, and stuck right into the pocket, but the pass looked like it was a little low and a little behind.
Got to give South Kitsap the secondary cornerbacks and safeties credit for defending the pass pretty well tonight. Clover Park not able to get the passes off like they'd like to tonight.
So a 2nd and 10 for Clover Park, as Brinkley is in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers, a high snap. They're going to fake the handoff, and there's a fumble on the play. The ball's going to be picked up by the big lineman, and he tries to get in, and he gets near the 10-yard line. The ball was fumbled, a high snap by Brinkley. He still tried to hand the ball off to Beaumonte, and it was recovered by Jacob Oberholzer. Jacob, the 6'5", 245-pound defensive lineman, picked it up and just barreled his way down near the 10-yard line and gets down to the 12.
He almost made it in the end zone. I thought he was gonna break the yard markers there. He was rumbling and bumbling and stumbling. That's a big boy trying to get in the end zone. Luckily for Clover Park, they had some tacklers left back there, and he brings them down. And we'll see what Chip Pearson and the Wolves can do here on O.
Oberholzer, the big fella, was dragging about 8 or 9 Clover Park guys as the Wolves come out now. Smothers back in at quarterback as they have split wide receivers. They are in the I formation, and it looked like the tailback was a little in motion, and he gets the ball, and it takes up right up the middle. That's number 47, Anthony Catalano, the 5'8 senior who gets in for the touchdown, a 12-yard touchdown run by Anthony Catalano.
And the several thousand fans here at Joel Knowles and Port Orchard love it. Extra touchdown for the Wolves, 38-6, and there's that extra insurance touchdown to prevent any sort of comeback from the Clover Park Warriors. And first play from scrimmage after the turnover, touchdown Wolves.
South Kitsap capitalizing on the Clover Park mishaps. The Clover Park Warriors had an interception in the first half. Chad Tester almost ran it in. 2 plays later, the Wolves go in for the touchdown pass as the extra point kick is up, and it is good. The kick by Quincy Lyman, the 5'8 junior for the Wolves, and South Kitsap now leads with a comfortable 39-6 lead here with 3:03 remaining here in the first half. Clover Park with a couple of turnovers. They had the ball there. Nice. They had a good defensive stop against South Kitsap, and they were able to get the ball back. And a couple of incomplete passes and some running plays, and they fumbled. We had Brinkley with a high snap in the shotgun, still tried to hand the ball off to Beaumonte, and the ball was fumbled. And then Jacob Oberholzer did a great job of picking the ball up, getting the ball down to the Clover Park 12-yard line, the big fella. And then Anthony Catalano dances into the end zone from 12 yards out. South Kitsap leads 39-6 here. This is what we like to see for the South Kitsap Wolves and their homecoming game.
Well, the defense is obviously ready there with that big play turnover, and the Wolves offense capitalizing on the Clover Park mistake and putting in the end zone for another score for the Wolves, making it 39-6 here, still in the third quarter. Clover Park going to be putting in some subs here, getting some guys getting some action. I imagine the Wolves bench will be emptied here pretty quick too. Game's not over, but we're getting there.
South Kitsap comes out here. They get a quick score, and they get a couple of quick scores here, and they further the gap between the two teams as Corey Dame kicks off. It's going to be fielded by the deep man at the 18-yard line, and he is able to return it back up near the 30, a gain of about 11 yards. And it is going to be 1st and 10 for Clover Park at their own 29-yard line. So, again, not great field position, but not horribly deep.
Well, that was I just got to go back to that huge play from the Wolves defense there. Oberholzer and the pack of Wolves there in for the fumble recovery. And that's the backbreaker right there. Oberholzer, we haven't called his name much this year. He's come in, and that's a huge play, big play on the defense, and really showed his stuff right there, and really proved to the South Kitsap coaches that he deserves to be in the game, and he proved it right there on that play.
Clover Park coming out with their basic 4 wide receiver offense. They've been doing this all night tonight as Anthony Brinkley still in at quarterback for the Warriors. And there's a little bit of movement. That is the right tackle for Clover Park, illegal procedure, and they're going to scoot Clover Park back 5 yards. So it'll be 1st and 15 for Clover Park, and that is not going to help their cause.
And I think that sets the record for the night for most flags thrown on one play. The previous record tonight was 2. That was 3.
I think that it was. So it's going to be back them up. Clover Park will have the ball at their own. We're going to call it just inside. We're going to call it the 24 as the Warriors come out here. A couple of substitutions in and out for the Warriors. Clover Park, after the reclassification of many of the high schools throughout the state of Washington, now the affiliate league in which they are is the Class 3A Western Cascades League. As Brinkley, another with a high snap, fakes the handoff, runs straight up the middle. He fumbled on the play. He tried to get as much back. He was getting close to the original line of scrimmage, and the ball squirted out. It looked like it was recovered by the Wolves, and it was. A couple of Clover Park players were signaling that they had recovered that fumble, but they did not. It looked like it was recovered by Sam Carson, and number 14 came flying in there. according to our spotters, but the ball is going to be recovered by South Kitsap at the Clover Park 32, so another turnover by Clover Park.
Well, just fumbles up the middle for Clover Park. The backs and the tailbacks, you can tell, are getting tired. They're not as easily able to hold on to that ball, and the boys from South Kitsap still hitting hard, and that ball keeps coming out. First down, South Kitsap at the Clover Park 32-yard line. We'll see what the Wolves do here as Aaron Smothers is under center, ready to take snaps.
Smothers, that's Chip Pearson is back in, and he hands the ball off to the tailback, as not much doing right there, as that's Anthony Catalano, who is back in at tailback again, the senior. Catalano just came back in, and after he had scored a touchdown, and from 12 yards out, that put the Wolves up 39-6 here as time is winding down. Now there's under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter of play. Chip Pearson in at quarterback. Most of the quarterback duties tonight by Aaron Smothers, who did an outstanding job here this evening. And Chip Pearson is now in as they have two wide receivers split, I formation. Catalano, and there is a quick release by the big offensive tackle there. That's Brad Bukowski, but just a little bit anxious there. As you can tell, the Wolves are ready to pound some heads.
Well, they're still flying off at the snap, and that's usually a good thing on defense. However, the Wolves happen to be on offense right now and go on the ball. And if you're on offense, know the count. And Bukowski, they're just a little over anxious, and I'm sure he'll be okay on the next play.
So scoot the Wolves back another 5 yards. The ball will be placed at the Clover Park 40. We're going to call it the 43-yard line. It'll be second down and 15 for South. They're going to have the quick handoff right up to the up back. That was a quick handoff. Pearson spun around real fast.
We get about 2 yards out of that play.
As looked like it was number 28, Glenn Screws, was in there at the tailback position. We're trying to get an exact number on that one.
Well, South Kitsap trying to fool the Clover Park defense by going straight up the middle. Nothing doing as the Wolves are stuffed for a short 2-yard gain. It's going to bring up 3rd and 13 for South Kitsap. And Chip Pearson will take the ball under center.
So the Wolves are going to hand the ball off to the tailback. Not getting very far on that one. It's going to be a gain of only a couple. That is Anthony Catalano, who gets back near the original line of scrimmage. And it's going to be 4th and 11 for the Wolves, as South Kitsap most likely will be going for it here as time is going to wind down, and I don't even think they're going to be able to get a playoff. And as the time is going to run out here, South Kitsap leads 39-6, and we are going to throw it down to Josh Lounsbury down on the sideline. What do you got for us down there, Josh?
Whatever Coach Sigurdsson said at halftime seemed to have ignited South's defense, as they have been completely controlling Clover Park's running game. That, in turn, is allowing South to get out in front on offense and hopefully bring this one down for the win. The score is 39-6. Now we're about to go into the fourth quarter. Stick around.
And we're back up here in the booth as the band gives us a nice rendition of Mississippi Mud. Let's hear it for the SK Band. Also, we'd like to say that the ROTC here, headed by Mr. Tetrick at the high school, has got several members on the field running the cannons and providing a little extra parking lot security here the last couple of home games. Those people include Josh Hughes, Brittany Cook, David Van Bibber, Damon Pitts, Justin Machie, Greg Potter, Daniel Lopez, Melanie Anderson, Daniel Hastings, a Mr. Murphy, Chris Hansmeyer, Ashley Cook, Ariel Thiering, Donald Langman, Trevor Brower, and Jacob Macabitis, as we thank the ROTC students headed by Mr. Tetrick here at the high school for being here and providing the cannon fire after every Wolves touchdown.
So South Kitsap's going to have a 4th and 11 as Pearson, he's looking for a man, and he's going to throw it out to the flat, and it's going to be underthrown just a little bit. The intended receiver was Joe Butterworth, and he had about maybe a quarter of a step on the defender, but it was a nice defensive play there by the corner. The pass is incomplete, and Clover Park is going to take over on downs once again. So South Kitsap down and out, but not really affecting them too much as they lead here 39-6 with just under 12 minutes remaining now in the game.
Got some younger guys or some seniors that that aren't getting a lot of playing time. It's senior night, so they're gonna coach is gonna bring those guys out. Number 6, Brian Greco, excuse me. Number 6, the 5'11", 180-pound seniors out on the field, along with some other of his classmates. They celebrate senior night here at homecoming, South Kitsap 06.
Looks like there's a little bit of confusion out on the offensive end by Clover Park as they are sending in quite a few other players. A lot of substitutions going on here. South Kitsap still with 3 down linemen in that prevent defense as Clover Park spreads out the offense. They've got 2 wide receivers to the near side of the field, and there's going to be a new quarterback. There's a fumble on the handoff, and we'll have to see if he was able to recover it. The signal looks like it is going to be recovered. There's a new quarterback in. That's Marcel Camilla, the 5'10 sophomore who is now in at quarterback for Clover Park. As Clover Park looks like they're going to be running in some substitutions as well for themselves.
Well, as we get down here to last frame of the game with the score being 39-6, the Wolves with a comfortable 33-point lead. We see subs for both sides of South Kitsap for both sides, South Kitsap and Clover Park, as we get a nice view of the crowd there.
So 2nd and long here for the Clover Park Warriors as they recovered their own fumble. Marcella, he is going to roll out to his right. Camilla is going to be, the pass is going to be underthrown, the pass incomplete, and it's going to be 3rd and long for Clover Park.
And they're just rolling out some subs here and seeing if they can get some good playing time and some nice plays thrown up from the reserves, seeing what some of these other guys can do out here. South Kitsap just a great job from start to finish tonight. First offensive series, they went 3 and out, and the following series by Clover Park. Clover Park scored a big touchdown to go up 6-0, and since then it's been all South Kitsap, 39-6 with 10:52 left in the game.
A lot of the starters for South Kitsap looks like they're going to be done for the evening as they're going to fake the handoff, rolls out to his right. That's Camilla again, and doesn't get much on the play. He took the handoff and faked the handoff after the center snap, rolled out to his right, just kept it on running. And he got about 5 yards on the play, but it's going to be 4th down for Clover Park, and they will kick the ball away.
Hey, while I was out getting coffee, did you check out some of these statistics?
I sure did. You bet. We covered all kinds of things.
Tucker with 46 yards on 8 carries. Fowler with 46 yards on 2 carries. And Tester, the surprise of the night, Chad Tester, I guess not really so much of a surprise since he's been there all season for South Kitsap. 2 carries, 66 yards, a TD, and an interception.
So Clover Park, the ball is at their own 38-yard line, and another quick kick, end over end, drifting to the left side. They're going to bounce away, takes a South Kitsap bounce, but Sean DeLay is right there to down it at the South Kitsap 34-yard line. So South Kitsap going to get some substitutions going on in here with 10:35 left in the game at the homecoming game here at South Kitsap High School, still leading 39-6 over Clover Park.
Well, I will say one thing about tonight's homecoming is that the band led by Mr. Gary Grahams is sounding awfully good. Sound like a college-level pep band out there tonight. Not only a pep band, but also a marching band out on the field during the halftime for an awesome performance. Good job, pep band and marching band. You get a 2 for 1 there, pep band and marching band.
Chip Pearson still in at quarterback for the Wolves. They come out in the I formation here. A couple of new receivers in. Brian Greco's in. They're going to hand the ball straight off to Catalano. And he is tried to be tackled high. He hurdles over his man, sticks his head down. Nice job by Catalano. Guy looked like he was running track and field on that one.
Wow, he was bumbling and stumbling and jumping and weaving and diving and dodging, and he was just up the left sideline. And boy, just picks up about an extra 25 yards when he should have been down close to midfield. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Wolves at the 30.
Catalano got near midfield, just got past, and the defender came flying in, and Catalano hurtled right over him, and he was able to get all the way down for a big gain to the 30-yard line. So nice job by the Wolves there. Anthony Catalano, who already has 1 touchdown here tonight, as the Wolves now have Ryan Williams, it looks like, in at tailback. And they're going to pitch the ball to Ryan Williams. He cuts right back up as well, turns his back, keeps his feet going until finally about 5 or 6 Warriors have to bring him down. Ryan Williams, the 5'11 sophomore, who has shared the kickoff duties tonight and done an excellent job. Now he's in at tailback for the Wolves.
And Ryan Williams doing a solid job for the Wolves on offense, and as you just mentioned, with the special teams kickoff return duties. Ryan's been there all season and seen some more playing time in recent weeks, and he's proven that why here tonight in the 4th quarter, getting some extra yards as the tailback.
So the Wolves coming out here, a gain of about 6 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 4. They're going to pitch the ball to Ryan Williams. He's got 1 step on the defender. He's got 1 blocker. Spins him around. He's not taken down yet. What a good job by Williams to keep his balance, even though he goes sailing out of bounds, but not until he gets the first down.
And he did not go down. He was spun around, and they attempted to tackle him, and he stayed on his feet. That's a nice move from a sophomore there. Good things for the future plan for that young man.
Couple of nice couple of nice carries there by Ryan Williams as he comes out of the game, and back in at tailback will be Anthony Catalano, number 47. Also into the game is Devlin Miller, split to the far side, and number 97 at Matt Woodruff. And they're going to hand the ball off to Catalano. He puts his head down again, goes straight up the middle, gets down inside the 15. We're going to call it marking it down at the 14-yard line. So the Wolves are knocking on the door again.
Well, the Wolves are just sticking with their straight ahead, straightforward game plan. Keep it on the ground, run. And Clover Park's defense has got to be getting tired at this point. South Kitsap just seems to be rotating in new bodies and just pounding it down their throats.
Devlin Miller and Brian Greco are the split wide receivers. They're going to pitch the ball up to Catalano. He gets to the outside, makes a nice cut, puts his head down, and he gets a little bit closer, slams his hand down in disgust because he looked like he had a little bit of room there. And maybe if he had cut outside, he'd have had it. But Catalano doing an excellent job here at tailback.
Yeah, no need for him to be disappointed right there. Just a nice little solid run. Just ran out of running room and hit the sideline and got tackled before he could try to jump it up in there for the score. He wants another touchdown.
South Kitsap knocking on the door here as they get inside. The ball looks like it's going to be at about the 7-yard line of Clover Park. As in at tailback now is Matt Woodruff. Pearson still under center.
3rd down for the Wolves.
And they're going to hand the ball off to Woodruff. He spins around, almost taken down, gets near the goal line, inside the 5. They're going to place the ball at the 4-yard line, and they are indicating it looked like that he fumbled the ball, and he did. We didn't quite see it right away till we saw the official come in, the side judge come in, and started pointing the way of Clover Park.
So it is a fumble for the Wolves. They fumble it. Clover Park recovers. This is actually dangerous territory for Clover Park as they're backed up against their own end zone. And we'll see if they can get out of there and march down the field against the Wolves reserves on defense here.
So Matt Woodruff with the fumble deep in Clover Park territory.
Go Wolves cheerleaders. Good job, girls.
South Kitsap leads 39-6 with about 7.5 minutes remaining here. As they're looking for the pass, they hit the man in the slot position, sidesteps a few Wolf tacklers, stays on his feet. Good balance by the receiver. That looks like that it's Jarrell Hernandez, who very quick feet and after a nice catch and run, and it is going to be a close to a first down. It's going to be a gain of about 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3 for Clover Park.
Nice run after the catch from Hernandez, number 81 for Clover Park, as he gets up the field about another 5 yards after the catch when he should have been down near the line of scrimmage. Nice run.
There's a new quarterback in for Clover Park as there is a little bit of movement, and there is. The quarterback is Keith Huffman, the 6-foot sophomore for Clover Park. So we're starting to see a lot of sophomores for both sides of the ball here.
Well, different subs coming in for both teams. Looks like it's going to be encroachment on the Wolves, and that's going to give Clover Park an automatic first down. Not something you want to see late in the game here. You want your reserves, as the coaching staff, you want your reserves to play just as well as your starting unit. They've been on the sidelines most of the night, but you want them to be as crisp and as sharp as the guys that came out in the first of the game. But they're learning, and it's a big process, and they're just going to get better.
Huffman under center. They've got 4 wide receivers. They're going to hand the ball up to the tailback, who kind of dances his way around a little bit, but another pack of Wolves is right there to stop him, led by number 78, Matt Miller, the senior for the Wolves. And that is Beaumonte, who's back in at tailback carrying the ball, but not until he gets about 4, we're going to call it 3 yards in the play. It'll be 2nd and 7 for Clover Park.
Clover Park trying to get out of this hole that they're in right now. They didn't get themselves into this hole. They actually recovered a fumble on a nice defensive play. So just trying to fight out of there and see if they maybe can get it upfield a little bit more and set themselves up for a scoring play.
So Clover Park coming out here. They're going to hand the ball off to Beaumonte again. He tries to get out, stiff arms his way, and fights his way near that first down marker. And I believe that he did get the first down on that.
Yeah, that was a nice little run. He seemed like he was in the grasp of a couple of the South Kitsap defenders, but managed to get out and get up the sideline. Nice little run there. It's going to be first down for Clover Park. Another first down. A nice little drive they're putting together here at the end of the game. 5:22 left as they stop the clock momentarily with the first down marker change with the chains on the sideline. And he did get out of bounds, so the clock will stop nonetheless. The Wolves bring 4 men up to the front with 2 linebackers once again.
Trips wide receivers to the near side of the field. Clover Park going from left to right as Huffman is still in. He's going to roll out to his right. Nice block by Beaumonte. He's got a man and he throws it up in the air and it's intercepted by South Kitsap. That's Jared Moore. Jared Moore, the 5'11 sophomore, who intercepts the pass just inside midfield, so the Wolves will take over on the turnover.
I think we give a tackle or a credit on the tackle to his own teammate there. Just didn't really see that he had the ball and ran into him.
Looks like he ran right into him and he took him down, but nonetheless, the Wolves get the turnover on the interception.
Nice interception for that young man there. Just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Quarterback not really as accurate as he would like to be on that throw, and just kind of winged it up there, and Moore was right there ready to pick it off. Nice interception for that young man.
South Kitsap will have the ball at the Clover Park 47-yard line with 4:55 remaining here in the game. Leading 39-6 at the homecoming game. Chip Pearson still in at quarterback.
I wonder if they let me go down there and run a couple plays at quarterback.
I don't think you have any eligibility left.
Yeah, I might have a play or two left in me, Coach.
They're going to hand the ball off to the tailback, who looks like Corey Galligan, another sophomore for South Kitsap. And he gains a few yards on the play. We're going to call it a gain of 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6 as Galligan gets the ball down to the 47-yard line. As a couple of new Greco is back in at wide receiver.
And Galligan's a tough kid, the 5'10", 170-pound sophomore out of Cedric Junior High. He's a tough sophomore, and he's going to see some playing time in future seasons as well.
Pearson's going to hand the ball off to Galligan, and he is tackled from behind by Brian Howe, and that's how you do it. You want to make sure you wrap up and don't let that man get any yards.
And he gets a nice tackle on Galligan right there. Number 45 once again getting the call, and it's going to be about 3rd and 2 here for the Wolves.
South Kitsap making some more substitutions here. It's going to be even shorter than that. It's going to look like it's going to be 3rd and 1 as Devlin Miller splits to the very far side of the field. Also in at wide receiver, we're trying to get a number down here on the near side for the Wolves. Number 80, we don't have a listed for the number 80. That is Galligan again, who's hit hard and spins around and continues on forward. And he is going to get the first down here now with, as time will briefly stop here with 3:13 left, but they get the clocks going here once the ball is set.
Galligan and his pack of Wolf youngsters and reserves just pounding it up the field and picking up that first down there. Galligan's touched the ball every time on this possession.
Corey Galligan was in at tailback and came out of the game and is now replaced by Ryan Williams. And Quincy Lyman is in at quarterback. He hands the ball off to Williams, who goes over right guard. And so Lyman comes in for one play at quarterback and now comes back out. So the Wolves are trying to get as many players possible here into this game, especially a lot of the seniors. A lot of the seniors trying to get in here. It's going to be their last home game here at Joe Knowles Field on the campus of South Kitsap High School.
Sam Carson, number 14 in tight end for the Wolves, a 6 foot, 180-pound senior. Seeing some playing time here.
Quincy Lyman still in at quarterback. Ryan Williams, the tailback. Lyman under center. Two wide receivers are going to hand the ball off to Williams. He's got a little bit of an opening, and not until he's taken down, or it looks like that they had it. I thought that they had it, and Quincy Lyman kept the ball on the keeper. He faked us out up here.
I thought the handoff was to Williams going left, but Quincy keeps it and goes left.
So that young man did an excellent job with the play fake right there. Got a big gain all the way down to the 24-yard line of Clover Park with 1:40 left here in the game. But South Kitsap most likely just going to be running a few running plays here, trying to run the clock out. As Catalano now comes back in and is in at fullback for the Wolves.
He can run both tailback or fullback.
This time Williams is going to get the ball, and he gets turned to the side and sort of dances his way sideways down near the 20-yard line of Clover Park. But time is just winding down here.
And yes, that is Ryan Williams, number 34, the sophomore younger brother of number 62, Renard Williams, the starting defensive lineman for the Wolves. So a little bit of a family atmosphere here tonight on senior night and homecoming as well at South Kitsap.
So a minute left remaining here at the homecoming game for South Kitsap. South Kitsap is going to go on and win their 5th game in a row as Ryan Williams gets the ball.
Fumbles the ball and Clover Park recovers.
And he does. Williams fumbled the ball here, but it is pretty much all for naught, even though Clover Park will take over on the turnover. But with 50 seconds remaining here in the homecoming game here at South Kitsap High School, South Kitsap with a very comfortable 39-6 lead. And this is going to be South Kitsap's 5th win in a row. And now the next thing that's going to be on the minds of South Kitsap is their big rival game next week at Gig Harbor.
That's going to be a big one. South Kitsap has rattled off an impressive streak of 5 games in a row, starting with that 42-0 beatdown of Central Kitsap 5 weeks ago. And it's continuing here tonight with the 39-6 lead with 50 seconds left in the game here against Clover Park.
Clover Park is going to fake the handoff. The quarterback, that's Huffman, who gets the pass out, and it was almost completed, but it is incomplete, and the clock stops with 41 seconds remaining. But South Kitsap is going to go undefeated in the Bridge Division of the Narrows League, and their record will jump to 5-2 as they look forward to the huge contest next week, the huge key matchup between South Kitsap and the Gig Harbor Tides.
And it is impressive that the Wolves did start off 0-2 and they've snapped back to go 5-2. And the Tides are going to have their hands full next week as they've had a bit of an off season this year, and the Wolves are going to be ready for them next week at Gig Harbor.
Gig Harbor off to with a couple of losses here as the pass is complete to the wide receiver on the left side. That would be number 90, Anthony Watkins, as he will get the first down at their own 35-yard line. Gig Harbor off to an interesting start this year. Lost their first 2 games of the season. They've won a couple since. Then lost again last week to Wilson, but had a 49-6 thrashing of Lincoln last night at Lincoln. So
they beat Lincoln or they lost to Lincoln?
They beat Lincoln last night, 49-6, and we'll have to see what team shows up next week to play against South Kitsap.
Lincoln played South Kitsap pretty well, and with Gig Harbor beating them that badly, it suggests to us that maybe Lincoln or the Gig Harbor will be a little bit more ready than I anticipated just a few minutes ago.
It'll be 1st and 10 here for Clover Park as they're just trying to get down to the very end as the pass is up, and it's intercepted
by number 9.
By number 9, that's Brandon Mayfield for the Wolves. But and a penalty flag comes flying in here.
That's a horse collar tackle. I don't think you can do that. Can you grab by the collar and bring a guy down? I'm not sure.
The penalty was thrown by the back judge, and the penalty's at the 35-yard line.
Well, I'm not sure of the penalty, but I'm not sure if you can grab a guy by the collar and bring him down like that.
It's going to be an illegal block in the back by South Kitsap, and they're going to scoot them back. But South Kitsap, I can only imagine, will be coming out taking a knee to get the time winding down here.
Now's my chance.
Now is your chance.
I think I can get down there and take a knee for him.
I don't know if you're quite quick enough to get down there, though, but
I could try.
That's right. You might have some eligibility left to be manager down there.
I think that if you try to run on the field of this game, you might see some repercussions from the law department that's here tonight.
So the Wolves get the interception, but it really makes no difference right now. They will take over after the interception, and the ball is going to be placed right at midfield. But with 23 seconds left here, South Kitsap still leads 39-6 over Clover Park, which is interesting. Clover Park they were the first to score, got up 6-0, and then South Kitsap has blanked them on defense and has scored 39 straight points as they are just going to take a knee here. And that is going to do it here. Quincy Lyman will take a knee, and they're going to just watch the clock run out here.
With 10 seconds left, the South Kitsap will pick up their 5th straight win in a row, stay undefeated in the Bridge Division of the Narrows League, and although Clover Park is an out-of-league opponent, we'll throw it down to Josh Lounsbury for a post-game, and then we'll bring it back up to the booth. Josh, what do you have for us?
Tonight's action for the Wolves 39 and the Warriors 6. Next week is at Gig Harbor for the Main Division Championship.
Well, I don't know. South Kitsap defeats Clover Park 39-6 here at Joe Knowles Field on homecoming night. As South Kitsap, quick recap here that they just won their 5th game in a row. They still remain undefeated in the Bridge Division of the Narrows League. And South Kitsap is going to look forward to a very important league game next week, another Bridge Division foe, the Gig Harbor Tides. And it is going to be a huge game for both teams next week. So South Kitsap coming to you live here at Joe Knowles Field on the campus of South Kitsap High School. South Kitsap comes away with a 39-6 victory over the Clover Park Warriors. And on behalf of Mike Downham and the video production crew here, I would like to thank D-Rod Rodriguez for being here tonight. We'd like to thank Jeff Wilson, our stat man
from the Port
Orchard Independent, who has been keeping stats for us all night, helping us stay in the game as well. So South Kitsap comes away with the victory, and we will see you guys next week as South Kitsap travels to Gig Harbor for a very important league game. So on behalf of everybody here in the production crew, we'd like to thank you guys for being here. D-Rod, I'm D. Bowden, and we'll see you guys next week at Gig Harbor.
Go Wolves, and good luck, South Kitsap. Thanks, Stevie, for having me in the booth. Good night.